you can act a Willie Mack's hit piece on you. First of all, Willie Mack was the only person that reached out to me to chat, which I appreciate. Secondly, my guess is going to be hopefully next week, I think. Probably next week sometime. I think I'll just say my piece about everything. And then we'll see what happens from there, I guess.
Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see my DMs here in a second. No, I posted this following that last stream. So if you guys watched that stream with Ryan Beard, if you haven't, it's up as a VOD right now. You can go check it out. It's doing really well. My thing was I covered 6 videos by Destiny and I didn't want to watch another one back to back. And I felt kind of shitty for doing that because Ryan Beard's video was not more of the same. Ryan Beard's video, about 80% of it has nothing to do with Pixie, has nothing to do with Cherry. What it aims to do is use a group of examples over the course of Destiny's long tenure on the platform to create a centralized narrative that he's got a problem with women. That's the best way to describe it. That he's done a lot of weird things, and that if you put them all together next to each other with context, it paints a pretty disturbing picture. Now, I think that video was very good. In fact, it was probably one of the best videos that I've seen this year. Who knows what I'll think a week from now when he responds, but just from what I've seen initially, it does paint a pretty decent picture. You know that the video is probably pretty good when people have more of an issue with like the introductory segments and the clips that are used kind of in the beginning, because he used a bunch of random like edgy Destiny meme moments like the first 10 minutes or whatever. But after you get through the intro segment and after you kind of hear his whole spiel as to why he's making the video, it's just clear and concise. There are organized sections that break down very specific things. And I think that those sections are pretty irrefutable, and I rarely see anybody even try to like pick anything out from there. We argued a few points as we were watching it, but I think Ryan Beard did a terrific job, which is shocking because it's Ryan Beard. I never thought in the history of my YouTube channel that I would be tweeting out in support of a Ryan Beard video. 2025 is a weird year because he put a really good video out. I don't know if he'll ever do it again. I don't know if this is a representative of his regular content. I'm blown away. This has surpassed my expectations for Ryan Beard. I assumed that it would be like 30 minutes about Pixie that I gotta shake my head yes to, and about like 70 minutes of like, oh my god, he said the dipshit protester line, and militiamen, bad, I don't like that, or whatever. But it wasn't that video. It was a lot of concerning shit. Many clips that I've never even seen before that some of you guys, I imagine, had already seen. Anywho, so I tweeted out saying, hey, if these guys were anything other than spineless, pathetic cowards, they'd like react to each other's videos, right? So Hassan happened to post, like if you looked up Nuke React, the top 2 responses were Hassan watching the Destiny one and then Destiny watching the Hassan one, which is fucking hilarious. Like neither of these guys watch their own videos. Hassan, obviously coward, nobody disagrees with this, absolutely pathetic, trying to demand a debate from fucking Ethan Klein instead of just watching his video. Destiny is a little bit more, I guess people give him a bit more leeway because he's being sued. That's only if you take into account that like significant portions of this video are critical with ways he's been with Lav and Anna and other orbiters who have interacted. I don't even necessarily like agree with the Lav stuff, but like very critical of how he's been with orbiters, right? Like an entire section of that video is just about like weird comments that he's made about like seeing minors and stuff online. Like these are all things that he very well could react to, but all of my replies were like, Nick, this guy's got a fucking lawsuit going on. He's being sued right now. What would you expect this guy to do? And like, while these people are rage writing me, typing paragraph after paragraph after paragraph, Destiny started joining in. So I don't understand. So why couldn't he watch the video then? Yeah, right after 50 Destiny fans just start spamming, he can't react to this, he can't respond, you're just attacking him. Destiny sends me fucking a giga paragraph, like a Dark Viper tweet, where he starts directly addressing the allegations. So obviously, the point of this interaction, like everything I wrote in this tweet is 100% true. Okay, every fucking just share the links with each other so you guys can swap. There's a lawsuit, guys. You can't watch the video where a majority isn't anything about the lawsuit. DGG replies blindly defending their freaked out or sickening. And people are legitimately writing me saying that I've lost my mind, that there's no way he could respond. And then he did. and it wasn't good. And then this is the one I think that really tipped him off, because I was getting a bunch of fucking comments and it was bothering me on my Hassan coverage where they were just like, finally, like the pillars have switched. We're going after the right guy again or whatever. Like, I don't care if you like my Hassan stuff. If you're just sitting here being like, Destiny did nothing wrong. I think the main comment that I constantly see is like, yeah, Destiny sent his friends nudes around, but it's not like he supports terrorism. And I'm just like, I'm going to ban every single fucking person who writes that in my fucking anything on any. So I'm going to literally purge every single fucking one of you. So I wanted to just make this statement that, like, this is not your stream. You don't run my show. Get the fuck out of here. I don't care. No, wait, it was ironic. No, there are people who are not ironically saying that. And if you got caught in the crossfire, I apologize. Email me. I'll help you out. All right. My point is, though, there's a lot of legitimate DGG cope. And I wasn't getting it before, but after I tweeted out Ryan Beard, I guess all the people who were like praising or whatever were like, oh, fuck you, Nick, you're promoting Ryan Beard. And they just started swinging. So I was like, all right, that's fine. Listen, I don't need your numbers. You've never done anything for me before, and I don't need them now. So fuck off. But I said, all this goes without saying. I don't really care if you like my Hassan and Ethan coverage. If you think Destiny should still have a career as a respected political creator after what he did to Pixie, I invite you to unsubscribe, unfollow, so I don't have to go through the trouble of purging you myself. You're not welcome to this community. People are saying this is performative. No, I went through and I made sure I got like a significant number of these people out of my community prior to tweeting this. And I wanted the other ones to kind of just reply so it would make it a lot easier. Just get rid of them all at once. I believe me, I did my due diligence prior to tweeting this. This was just a follow-up because I wanted the rest of them to come reply to me. So it was just like, already did. Good luck with your performance. I'm like, thank you. I appreciate it. Goodbye. I didn't want them around. Because listen, you could just sit here and say like, well, maybe the Cherry stuff isn't real, or maybe the pedo allegations, or well, not pedo allegations, but maybe the stuff with the minors or whatever, maybe that's all out of context, or maybe all this stuff with the other girls, maybe those girls are all lying, okay? But you know what's not a lie? Destiny shared that girl's fucking illicit videos without her consent. And it went around because he was trying to like hook up with a random 19-year-old e-girl. Apparently, they've got mad at me. Not OnlyFans. She's a Twitter whore. Okay, not an OnlyFans whore. Okay, a Twitter whore. Okay, he sent a fucking thing to a Twitter whore, and now that girl's naked video sex tape is all over the internet. Okay, I don't think that a person like that should have a serious political career. I think that puts you in the box with Ethan Ralph. If you don't agree with me, I guess that's fine. Go on your merry way. But every other part of this could be fake, and I'm still looking down on Erudite if she still works with him in the future. That's where I stand. Okay? Maybe that's radical for you, but I know where the board is right now, and I don't have to use any guesswork to figure out where I want to be. Pull out the wiggler? Okay, no, I'll start wiggling. Yeah, for Keffels today, I'll do a little wiggling. We're wiggling, boys. So here, that was my spiel. Now we're going to go through the responses. I just want to say how absolutely fucking hilarious it is that you fat soy fucks were screeching and screaming about how horrible and evil cancer culture is, and the Me Too shit was innocent until proven guilty, but you're super content to take a side on this because where the popular support is when only one side has spoken. No. You confessed. Your side has spoken, and you confessed, just to be clear. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not innocent until proven guilty. I don't care how the Cherry stuff goes. It can only, it's the Dr. Disrespect shit again. What he did was bad, but it could get worse. Like, from the information that is available, okay? It's pretty fucking bad. But I guess you're correct. It definitely could get worse. He does. This is like every tweet defending Dr. Disrespect. Now, obviously, I'm not comparing messaging a minor to what he did. These are two completely different situations. But it is how they would defend Dr. Disrespect. And Destiny, someone who's literally fucking confessed, is selling me this whole innocent until proven guilty. My tweet and my opinion of you doesn't hinge on the legal battle between you and Cherry. It just fucking doesn't. And I wrote him privately, and I'll tell you what I wrote him after. I'll respond with more substance when I can, but I'm being attacked by people who have literally nothing to lose and everything to gain by saying whatever insane shit they can publicly while trying to squeeze me. Legally, privately, it puts me in the most annoying fucking spot imaginable when dealing with dipshits like you. If you really want to show your nuts, why not attack places like Kiwi Farms, where the content is literally still being hosted and blasted to the world? Oh, because that's the scarier play to go after. Talk about cowards. You guys remember like 6 months ago when we laughed Keffels out of the room for wanting to sue Kiwi Farms, and everyone thought that was funny, and Destiny was on stream offering to like send them a sizable donation? Like, this is a fucking crazy tweet, dude. This is like insane. First off, Me Too shit, bro confessed. Full stop, bro confessed. And now we're doing the, well, actually, did you know that the hacker posted it on the Kiwi Farms? Yeah, dude, suck my dick. Dude, look at this. Oh, if you really want to show your nuts, why not attack places like Kiwi Farms where the context is literally still being hosted? Hey, what do you think about Kiwi Farms, Destiny?
Just like with Lav, Destiny also encouraged his community to go to Anna's Kiwi Farms thread, and he encouraged them to post in her thread.
Oh, okay. Also, heads up. This is my only non-media blackout time, okay? This is my only non-media blackout time. I will immediately back this, okay? Somebody on Kiwi Farms has made a thread of Anna. So if you are obsessed with Anna and you want to talk about her all the time, you, chatter, you can actually go to Kiwi Farms. And you can go and post all you want, read all you want.
This isn't like, hey guys, Dark Viper has a thread. This is, hey, audience, if you want to talk about this crazy woman who I've been sexting, you can. She's right on Kiwi Farms. You can look through the whole logs. Like, this is not, there's no defense for this at all.
All the time, you, chatter, you can actually go to Kiwi Farms. And you can go and post all you want, read all you want. Go there, post about it, talk about it. People put a lot of effort into categorizing and archiving everything. There you go. Okay.
This is not dog whistling. This is like, you ever hear of a blowhorn from Jersey Shore?
Okay.
And in the thread about Anna that Destiny encouraged his fans to go message, they doxed Anna. And it was later revealed that at this time, Destiny was secretly in an ongoing sexual relationship with Anna.
So you acknowledge that you've been sexting with her for a year?
Yeah, we've had on and off, sure.
I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry. What the fuck are you trying to grandstand to me about? Oh, you should be targeting Kiwi Farms, but they're the scarier party to go after. What a fucking fraud. What a pathetic little fraud. I gotta be honest with you. I didn't think it was gonna go down like this. This is crazy. This is wild. So I respond back by saying Kiwi Farms wouldn't have had Pixie's files if you didn't share them without her consent, you pathetic freak, which is, by the way, full stop the truth. You could be crying about Kiwi Farms existing. Plenty of people have. You won't be the first. You're not the last, whatever. But ultimately, it's your fault. You did this. If you didn't give this to some random bitch you were trying to fuck, okay, Kiwi Farms wouldn't have anything to host. And by the way, if we're doing this whole, oh, you guys don't care about the real problems, then why did you put a big fucking billboard out by being like, hey guys, by the way, all her shit's on Kiwi Farms still? Dude, why does dude, this is the guy saying nobody cares about victims, and his whole argument is that you could still find her shit on Kiwi Farms. This guy's giving step-by-step directions on how to find the shit that he's the reason why it's up there. And I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. Okay, cool. So then he puts this tweet as the audacity to put out my tweet. We read these two and then showed a retweet from Comment Cop. Mike from PA thinks that being sued automatically makes Ethan Klein guilty of whatever claims are in the lawsuit. Now that is a lawsuit. From what I've seen so far, we haven't covered it on the channel. We will. But there's only one problem with this, Destiny. And it was at this point where I linked him all the stuff from his own Reddit post that goes through exactly what happened with Pixie, where he's giving her step-by-step reasons he probably chat GPT'd on why she shouldn't harm herself, to this one right here where they're talking about covering legal fees and stuff, and then more comments with Straighterade. I believe this is where the main one will be, but I'll explain that in a second. And I said, you shared Pixie's intimate videos with a random 19-year-old OnlyFans model. I apologize, Twitter model, okay? And then posted logs where you admitted to severely damaging her. Why are you responding to me at all? You literally did this, bro. So I posted this. Obviously, it did fine. I think we won most of these interactions, at least at the time, right? Yeah, we did. We won. I'm kind of shocked, but whatever. Destiny posted in the replies saying, I didn't admit to shit, but great framing. They've actually removed, I don't know if I have it, they removed the community note. This was community noted previously, and then Destiny's spineless little rat community downvoted it out. But this initially was community note. You can find it on Augie's Twitter. Yeah, if you see it, upvote it because it's the truth. Where is it? Yeah, look at this. Here. This was the original community note, and it linked to yours truly, which is completely fucking correct. So if you see it as a community note that you could add back on, go for it. I think the problem with all the DMs is where you admitting to sharing the news without consent seems kind of guilty. I didn't admit to shit, but keep up the great framing. Okay, so you confessed privately to Erudite and implied that you did it. All right? Dan's saying that you probably did it. I imagine you've spoken to him. Okay? All of your interactions scream that you did it. But if that's not enough for you guys, there's fucking literally a message that you sent to Straighter Aid. And it said, I don't want to come off as, hey bitch, I know I violated your trust in the worst way ever, but here's some money, have fun. There's really not much here. If you have some piece of evidence that proves that you handed this away with her consent, I can honestly say you probably didn't know it existed when you sent any of these messages, and there'd be no way for me to know either. Every interaction that you've had for the last 3 months screams, I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. If you had a message saying that this would be, if you had a message saying that Pixie gave you full permission to share her nudes, why were you offering to send her a large sum of money? Why would you buy off somebody who consented to you sharing? None of that would make sense. It would be the craziest plot twist of all time, but unfortunately it'd be MCU writing. It wouldn't make any sense. So, yeah. I don't really know what his argument is here. It's literally right there in plain English. He hasn't blocked you yet? No, I've remained unblocked. Jay Stock made a good point. I want to highlight this as well. People also forgot he got a ton of his Keffel's manifesto info from Kiwi Farms and personally floated the idea of fundraising for the site. I've heard this clip myself, don't have it on hand. He absolutely did. People say it's a joke. Okay, whatever. I'm sure it didn't contribute to them getting any donations. He interviewed Null too. This was after Kiwi Farms was already hosting his revenge porn from the blue tea incident, which, again, I only found out recently that even existed. It does paint a pretty bad picture going from blue tea to Pixie over 10 years. That's a pretty fucking crazy line there, I'd say. And then I told Jay Stock, but your name is funny, so you're wrong, because he's known as Jew Stalker in the hood. Now the subreddit is posted it. I'm not going to stick to this too much, but I wanted to just throw some opinions out there from people who aren't me. Damn, I knew about this, but reading the sequence of events is wild. Destiny, who purports to be presenting a vision of how politics could/would benefit people, and here he is being the absolute scummiest person behind the scenes. The fact that people are still willing to sweep this under the rug, but not even just people who claim to have progressive values, or really any values at all, is truly disheartening. Does Destiny actually see himself as a victim, or is he trying to make other people think so? I can't tell at this point, and I don't know which is worse. The worst people you know are fighting. I can't believe Nick DeOrio is taking this big of a W. It's pretty black and white. Destiny even admitted to doing it. It's incredible how Destiny is trying to damage control, while he literally posted himself in the DM saying, yeah, I did it, while then lying frivolously on Twitter. Fucking weirdo. And again, it goes all the way back to the beginning. He can't respond to this. He can't talk about it at all. Okay. All right, cool. Sick. Awesome. So, what is this one? You know what? Oh, man. Augie retweeted this. Ethan Ralph said, you supported Kiwi Farms for years till it got rough. I know the feeling. Just own up to what you did while you're able to. I know there's legal stuff going on, but I can relate. You'll feel better. It hurts your soul defending things you know deep down are wrong. Dude, Neo Ralphamel gets mauled by original fucking Ralph, dude. Ralph got fucking sober and he just started swinging. Ralph is the junkyard dog that just started chomping, okay? Destiny now literally backed Kiwi Farms during the Keffels arc, even wanting to fundraise for the site. Now he blames everything on Kiwi Farms and wants people to go after them. What a remorseless piece of shit. The Destiny methods include never admitting you're wrong, never taking accountability. Anybody who calls you out has bad intentions. Always suggest you're a victim and everyone else is attacking you for their career. And now it has never been more obvious on why Hassan is the way that he is. Dude, you know all these annoying people on the Hassan Piker subreddit? They're just DGGers who relocated. It makes so much sense why Hassan is so fucking terrible, because he spawned from this guy. It's so insane. Like, it's just clicked. It just made so much. And Vosh, yeah. And then it goes down the line. Xander Hall. And I don't know. Xander Hall is like the surviving prodigal son of the incestuous community. Demon Mama was not as lucky. What is this one? You're criticizing Hassan. Well, there's a genocide going on. Shame on you. You're criticizing Destiny when Kiwi Farms is obviously way worse. What's wrong with you? It's just like, dude, I'm sorry, bro. These communities are pathetic. Holy shit. Dude, Wash, Lolicon horse enthusiast. Destiny distributes his friend's sex tapes. Hassan Piker supports terrorists. Xander Hall doesn't have a bank account. Bad with money. Dare I say cringe? Dude, the worst one in the beginning has survived to become the last man standing. Yeah, Xander Hall's biggest problem is that he's poor. That's his Achilles heel is his increased poverty. His PayPal bank account. Oh, man. All right. This is the last bit of major talking that I have to do. This has to be the best Destiny hate tweet that I've seen so far. You mean to tell me that the guy I've actively disliked since he was posting anti-pitbull propaganda memes is a terrible person? Lack of empathy for animals is always a bad sign. I had to include this as like a little aside at the very end, but the pitbull truthers, okay, have been swinging, all right? The pitbull truthers are now jumping in the fray to get their like, this is it. Now that tweet's deleted. No, dude, the Pitbull tweet was fire, bro. I posted this. This is actually from November of 2022.
Did I not ask you nice enough? I don't.
What are your guys' thoughts on this?
Oh no!
Do you guys believe the hype? Now, I'm not a Pitbull man myself. I'm not a Pitbull man myself. But do you think that the Pitbulls are the Jews of the canine world? This was a Medium article that I saw. Well, I found it in 2022. Obviously, it's from 2016. But someone's writing in the chat, Tom the Sweeper. Is the Pitbull named Tom? What has Tom done? Tom's got the bark, all right? He's mauling children right now as a full-blooded Pitbull. Dude, what? They're not Jews. I take it up with Margarine in Gaul. All right. I don't think. Listen, I didn't write this fucking article. I didn't fucking write this. Pitbull Tom. Yeah, it's Pitbull Tom instead of Turkey Tom. So that's the beef with Destiny. Everyone's talked about it, but me, actually. I kind of made it a couple of days. I, to be honest, never fucking thought this was going to happen. I just thought I could address my community under fucking 4 tweets and it would just get through. But little to my fucking I saw like the Yeet guy, the Twitter news dude, like the new Drama Alert account that I follow. It's not Drama Alert, but there's a guy named Yeet who's better than Drama Alert for covering streamer news at least. And he posted like Nick DeOrio feuding with Destiny, and I thought, wait, I am? When did that happen? And I'm like, holy shit, that's why I'm getting a bunch of crazy comments. I was like, where the fuck did that come from? Now, I mean, this is the first time I've ever like fought with like DGG like this before. I totally realize why like small content creators who don't have any audiences could find this overwhelming, because you do get like a lot of crazy people, but like this is not the typical argument for him. This is like not even the worst fight that I've had this week. So yeah. Hell yeah, dude. That was the Destiny beef. Now we're going to sit back, play some fucking Fortnite, and we're going to watch Mr. Willie Mac Show, who's got new information about Destiny for us. If you haven't seen this video yet, I haven't, but I've heard nothing but good things about it. We actually promoted it on our platform Half Baked. Me, Turkey Tom, Lord Bega, the artwork on this. Let me just glaze the artist for a second, because I hate artists. Let me glaze the artist for a second. No offense to any artists in the audience. I love you in particular, but I hate artists. Check this shit out.
Terrorist.
Whoa! Jesus, Willie! What a timestamp! What the fuck was that? Holy shit!
Sympathizer and a guy who has a folder full of lollies. So, I mean, you gotta pick one, bro.
Dude, this has got so many Easter eggs in it. There's sharks in the water. There's a fucking nuke going on in the background. Then there's Depstein Island back there. DGG Epstein Island. Bo Blacks is like one of those, it's a $20, like, I don't know, what is that called? Like a siren? Bo Blacks is a siren in the background. I mean, I'd watch IRI or Loner Box. I think those guys are fine.
Who the fuck? Who are those people though? Like, I like Loner Box. Great.
We kind of talked about the background of some of the people that were being like talked about in Willie's video in this, and it came out a couple of days ago. It did pretty well for the channel. I was pretty happy about it, but we kind of like Willie kind of gave a few hints as to what's going to be. I want to preface this video. Anywho, people are saying Queeman's talking to Willie right now. We're probably going to check that out after. I'm going to figure out what we're talking about before I jump on any streams.
By stating that I was the only one that reached out to everyone involved in this story, and that the victims weren't just used by Destiny, but by YouTubers trying to frame themselves as heroes. One of them is still lying about what he did. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I personally care about the
Yes, he is. Yes, he fucking is.
One of them is still lying about what he did. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I personally care about the victims either. I don't know them.
Did you get the Wiggler from Queeman? Okay, so here's the lore on the Wiggler, just really quickly. I made a comment about how Queeman stole Keffels' Wiggler, and then Hellbent made me one. So now we both stole Keffels' Wiggler. Some people think this is a direct attack on Queeman, and for those people, you're right. So, yeah.
However, I do have the basic human decency to not try and sabotage them. I pride myself on doing a good job, and this video is finally up to those standards. So enjoy.
I'm kidding. I just sound much more menacing when I'm sick.
Boy, Destiny is a political streamer that has framed himself as a moral authority. I've gone on his shows, cited his appearances often when covering the Red Pill. He's framed himself as someone who's fighting for respecting women.
I think there's an intention within DDG, from what I can tell, from what you say and what people say, to make women feel comfortable in this space. Is that correct?
There's an intention from me. There's probably an intention from part of my community.
He thinks teenagers should get dated.
Dude, guys, listen, there's nothing better than keeping these women comfortable, because then they might DM me.
Advice from him rather than their own stupid.
Yeah, this is the craziest clip. This is one of the things we learned in Ryan Beard's video. Essentially, Destiny was arguing that it's better to come to him for dating advice if you're like a minor than their stupid dumb fuck parents. That is a fucking nuclear level clip. I don't know if that was old goatee Destiny from back in the day, like darker purple Destiny from like 2018, but or if it was, I don't remember.
Parents.
Person comes up to you and
No, this is a very recent, not very recent. This is not purple background JonTron era Destiny. Jesus.
says some weird stuff. You just sit there with this 13-year-old and then you start having conversations extended about them about dating.
Yeah, I have before. What do you mean? No, would I tell if a young person came up to me and they were asking me questions about some like boy problems or something? Yeah, I'd probably say, yeah, of course. What do you mean, I'm a 35-year-old man? Of course I'm gonna have better advice for them than some.
This is like telling a 13-year-old to use up, up, down, left, right, like the Mortal Kombat key to explain dating. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? what world is this a good take?
Random high school person? Yeah, of course. If a 15-year-old,
he's got the Konami code for fucking 13-year-old relationships.
Came up to me, she's like, "There's some weird shit going on with a boy in my high school." I say, "Oh no, don't talk to me, honey. Go ask another 15-year-old boy, or ask your retarded fucking mom and dad who are gonna tell you to."
No, you should ask your parents. I think that your parents should have some sort of say in this discussion. You definitely shouldn't ask your streamer. This is like way too parasocial, my guy.
Never talk to any boys ever. No, what the? Why would I not talk to you in person? Wait, what?
Yet Destiny has a longer list of women he's had sexual interactions with that now hate him than any of these guys. Almost all of which have been labeled as crazy, unhinged psychos, liars.
Yeah, like I can be a pretty cool motherfucker, and yeah, you know, me and Malene have problems, but I don't think I f***ed up at all in this. I'm not running around screen sharing people's nudes, calling people ugly.
Yeah, you're not screen sharing them. That's one thing. We didn't get them on that, boys.
Behind their backs while telling them I want to f*** them because they're.
I think it's the Bob 7 drama.
like trying to go up on shows that I'm like a producer of.
But recent leaks showed Destiny sharing sex tapes of his past partners without their consent to a 19-year-old named Rose in an attempt to get laid. I can't help but wonder, was there any truth behind their stories?
Things that's been done to me without consent or anything. that has been my past 5 years.
Then there's the aspect of how these stories broke, coming from two YouTubers, President Sunday and Beckett, who never reached out to the victim, were never given permission to share any of this. Yet they did it anyway, confirming it's her in the leaks to the general public, framing her as a suicide baiter for saying she'd kill herself if her parents found out.
Pixie did the worst thing that someone in her position could do.
Not give me content for my YouTube channel.
Rather than seek...
I don't respect you.
Rather than going down the lawsuit path immediately, she tried to figure out a way that would be more advantageous and less potentially stressful in the public. What a suicide baiting extortionist.
legal recourse or make a public statement denouncing the violation
That was the worst fight ever. I don't know how to use that gun.
of her consent and dignity that these leaks represented.
She was literally doing both of those things.
She seems to have ultimately chosen to try and profit from the situation by extorting Destiny.
This guy didn't even try to understand the full story before making a video victim shaming her. While her parents certainly know now.
I have a question. Does being a YouTuber and covering topics like this affect your daily job? Not so far, but answering questions like that could be negative. So I don't know. I'm probably not going to answer those anymore.
Thanks to Sunday's journalism, if she dies, she dies. A risk he's
dude, President fucking Mario Yamasaki Sunday. If she dies, she dies.
While her parents certainly know now, thanks to Sunday's journalism, if she dies, she dies. A risk he's totally willing to take on behalf of making his YouTube video. After Pixie was forced to go public, she would have other women reach out, saying they also had their nudes shared without their consent. One girl even claimed she filed a police report on Destiny for secretly
What is Bunty
recording.
King to you?
A person?
Who is Bunty King?
Nicholas DeOrio?
To help you recuperate from that expensive Valentine's Day with Frogan and Mika.
I'm coming for Papa Gut. I'm gonna get him for something. All right. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow. Maybe 5 years from now. But I'm coming for Papa Gut.
Them having sex, which if true is such a violation of another person's privacy, I genuinely hope he faces criminal consequences for it. This is not the first time this accusation has come up.
The way that Lauren keeps saying this is that is implying that I'm like recording me people or recording me like sexual stuff or something like that. That's how she like implies it. When Lauren says it over and over again, that's what she's referring to.
The response he gave on Reddit is
fucking Willie Max show hit me up on like the first day he was going over this. He's like, bro, Lauren Southern literally called him out for this months ago. I'm like, Willie, dude, listen, we're like 6 days into this coverage. You've looked at nothing. That's not Lauren Southern. That's Lauren Northern. That's a different Lauren. He's like, oh shit.
A person?
Who is Bunty King?
Like it was like the first 5 minutes Willie was like, he's like, Willie, well, you don't believe this? You're gonna believe this fucking dude, Lauren Southern.
as well as in his stream come off as absurd, like he's the victim.
A lot of vulture culture streams tonight. A lot of clout hungry people that wanted to spend 12 hours reacting to this are going to be very disappointed, and I'm sure they'll have their own conspiratorial reasons for why I'm saying what I am saying.
The problem isn't what Destiny isn't saying, it's the problem with like what he is saying, because he's saying a lot. It's like, I can't talk about this because I'm in a legal battle, but I'm going to do this live stream and I'm going to address it. But I'm going to put this statement out and I'm going to address it. But I'm going to respond to Nick DeOrio on Twitter and I'm going to address it. Now, this video comes out and then Destiny goes on stream and says that he's going to address it.
Max hit piece on you. First of all, Willie Mac was the only person that reached out to me to chat, which I appreciate. Secondly, my guess is going to be hopefully next week, I think. Let's check.
Is there going to be a settlement by next week? Why is he going to watch this video if it has less to do? Like, it has more to do with his current allegations than the other video. Why is he going to watch this one?
Real quick. Yeah, probably next week sometime. I think I'll just say my piece about everything.
Oh, we're going to talk about everything. Awesome. But I'm in a legal battle and I can't talk about anything.
Friends have all disavowed him. His podcast host says he told his wife to leave him.
I'll say this also. I think Steven was a really shitty husband to Melina.
Oh, dude, that was my favorite clip of Dan, because Dan was getting pressured because he wasn't giving a good response. And then just randomly, he's like, yeah, I'll defend Steven. If he rapes and kills 50 fucking... Like, if he rapes and kills everyone on the planet, okay, I'll still support Steven. And then, like, there's, like, a silence for a couple seconds, and he's like, hey, man, Destiny was a really shitty husband.
Yeah, okay? I'm coming out here saying it right now. I don't think Steve would deny it either, but it's not good. The way that he was. Like, I talked with Melina a lot of times.
Guys, the Fantano album review, Destiny's relationship is, not good.
was crying and miserable and everything else. And Steve would say, what do you want me to say? I'm a selfish motherfucker. That's why I'm in the relationship that I'm in. He was like, you know, what should I do? Should I leave? And I'll tell you this, I never was like, I was never like, no, you should stay and make things out. I told her multiple times, like, listen, if you feel like this is an abusive relationship, get the out of there immediately.
Dude, there was like an incestuous relationship between Destiny, Dan, and Erudite, all making the worst possible statements simultaneously. Erudite came out and was like, Destiny is super duper fucking sorry, dude. He's so sorry. He's sorry. He's super sorry. And then he goes on Twitter while she's fucking recording this interview, saying the most horrible shit possible. Not even Twitter, on his stream chat, just fucking firing on all cylinders at every single person involved. So it's like, guys, look, Destiny, he feels so bad about his actions. And then meanwhile, Destiny, ban, lock the subreddit. Fuck J-Stalk. Juice Stalkers talking crazy shit. These people are lying about me. Like, I will leak 20 sex offenders information. And then Dan goes fucking live and he's just like, guys, listen, all right? Steven's fucking chill. He's doing the best he can. He's doing the best he can with what he's doing. Meanwhile, Dan's also calling him a shitty husband and fucking... And then in the middle of Dan's stream, he gets live interrupted by Destiny posting more crazy shit in his fucking chat. So they're all like working against each other's interests, trying to like fix this on several different wavelengths, contradicting each other as they go. It was extremely funny to watch happen.
Acting like he's betrayed because nobody reached out to
Yeah, Destiny had a bad cancer day, as Boogie would call it.
him.
I want to write up a list of all the people, actually, hold on. Because there were some people that messaged me to like figure out like what was actually going on before they kind of decided to do all this like crazy public...
Yeah, that was what it was. Dude, while Dan was live, Destiny made a joke about being Dr. Disrespect. And he's explaining this as to, like, Destiny has shown tons of remorse, and then he pulls up the Twitter. It's like Destiny cracking a Dr. Disrespect joke.
Stuff about it. I just want to read off a list of those people. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, and that's all of them. That was...
By the way, after he lit me up on fucking Twitter and started talking crazy shit about me and being a fucking... I don't know, like a whole bunch of shit, right? I wrote him privately, and he didn't respond, so I'll just read what I wrote, because it's not his DMs if I leak my own. And I said, hey, I'm just super curious.
I don't respect you. So, I respect
no! What am I gonna do? I wrote, I'm just super curious. What exactly have I not been fair about? You spoke about it on stream and on Reddit. You provided more logs. You didn't post Pixie's tape publicly, but you did share it, and that's reflected in my coverage. The Cherry stuff is allegations and mostly spoken word at this point. That's also reflected in my coverage, of which he did not reply. So, cool. Also, that guy Xander, what happened to Turkey Tom? Okay, Turkey Tom is not currently streaming. That is all I know about the situation. And unlike with Augie, I'm going to fucking time you out for 24 hours if you come and ask me where Turkey Tom is. Okay, every single person who does that, I will time you out for 24 hours every single time, because I had to do this for a year with Augie and I don't know where Tom is, and it's not my job to find him. So you can go ask him that. Okay. Keeping it going.
It's a little bit shocking as well, but okay.
So I reached out confronting him, asking him pointed...
And I'm arming my mods. Anybody asks where's Turkey Tom, that's a 24-hour
questions, and his answers were disappointing, so much so it made me wonder why he would want anyone to reach out at all. His enemies would use all of this to take victory laps on Destiny.
First of all,
why is Turkey Tom? That can stay.
Okay, I would say that I'm pretty confident that everyone who was featured in these videos also sent videos of them and other people as well, but nobody talks about that.
Okay, classic I just made up a no you defense, but that's cool.
Hassan is getting a W over the guy who was trying to get him banned for the past 3 months. Painful. Destiny would throw away all of his credibility because he wanted to goon. This is the sort of video I finished.
I'm glad he says this because this is like the biggest factor in this entire situation. Destiny did blow his entire fucking. He blew a load of credibility. If there's no better way to explain it, Destiny blew a hot load of credibility. It's gone.
I don't respect
While Destiny is bouncing around from red pill stream to red pill stream to talk about who disrespects women more, Destiny was distributing his friend's sex tape to random OnlyFans whores online. Yeah, he's a complete fraud.
Shake my head in disappointment. I need Z-Biotic pre-alcohol to get through this. Rudy, we all have busy lives and we can't waste a day stuck inside sitting on the couch because we had a couple drinks the night before. Pre-alcohol is the first genetically engineered probiotic.
Okay, why is every fucking product that Willie shills weird? The pillows, the cigarettes, the fucking... This is alcohol? Where does he get these sponsors? Bro, just call up the guy who gives everybody all the regular ones. You can get the regular ones, right? What the fuck is Symbiotics, bro? They got like the backwards Z. We're not doing this.
Me and my dad just went on a father-son vacation, drank one of these, hit a punching bag, might have broke my hand, but hey, he's the one who was sleeping until 9 while I got up and went on a 3-mile run. So who's the real dummy?
You. Get through this.
I
can't wait
kind
for
of shit.
Whoa! Okay, I can't wait for the Alex Silverstein guy to write up like 600 paragraphs about why Willie smeared Nerd City because he fucking boosted alcohol on his YouTube channel or something.
Is literally f***ing disgusting. That he would try to trap a little girl and I don't want to be presumptuous. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry if this upsets you because you're 19, or I'm sorry if this upsets you because you're 22 or something, right? Or if you're some legal guy or whatever, you know? When you're 19, you're a little kid, okay? Now, if you're 22, a 19-year-old's not a kid to you, okay? I'm 29. A 19-year-old might as well be a 15-year-old to me.
There was one guy on fucking Twitter, and he was not joking. He was 100% serious. He goes, okay, sure, but is Destiny dating any 19-year-olds, or is he just fucking them? And I was like, you sound like whatever the adult version of a pedophile is.
I don't respect you.
That is a crazy fucking argument. Like, I know everyone here is above the consenting age, but you've made this sound pedophilic, okay? Like, what are you trying to argue? I'm kidding. But the guy's like, he's like, listen, dude, this is not... Destiny's axioms are grounded. He doesn't want to date a 19-year-old because they don't have a lot in common. He just wants to fuck them in the ass. And I was like, oh, okay, sick. Thanks, dude. Yeah, you've really locked this one in. Cool.
all the fucking same, dude.
Well, now he's 36 and still talking to 19-year-olds. This Rose person rather get hacked or leaked the videos herself. We still don't know for sure. And all of these people's most embarrassing moments are now cemented online.
I now understand what fucking women online when they say freshly 18. It just locked in, right? No, I'm kidding. All those people are retarded.
It's worth noting that Destiny didn't share these images because he wanted to embarrass anyone. He was trying to goon with Rose.
Just because of some legal age of consent, whatever bullshit, I have about as much in common with like an 18-year-old, 19-year-old freshman in school as I would a fucking sophomore in high school. Any type of inclination towards any of those people is really fucking weird.
I'm listening to clips of Destiny from
that's anything. He's any. No, that can encompass sex too, just for the record.
Last year defending himself from women
Destiny's freshly 36, true.
Saying that he's secretly recording them.
Lauren keeps like typing messages that make it sound like I'm secretly recording people having sex.
Why?
That's what it sounds like.
And then, oh look, what am I seeing on Twitter? This girl named Sherry saying Destiny secretly recorded her and shared it with people. One of the leaked DMs is Destiny showing audio of a dude he hooked up with, saying this just ended with him finishing. Again, audio's scuffed because my phone was in my pocket. It was in your pocket? Was it there because he didn't know you were recording? This guy did an entire arc arguing with red pillars on boundaries with his wife and how you should treat women.
And you're like, you have no evidence that was recorded without that guy's knowledge. Have you interviewed that guy? It's like, no, but I mean, I know Pixie and I know Melina, so, and I don't know them, but I know what they've said. So I think there's reasonable suspicion.
Were not shared with consent. One of the victims was Pixie, who heavily trusted Destiny. She described herself as extremely sexually inexperienced and sheltered. I had multiple long conversations.
It's like, if you're gonna leak your wife and your friend's sex tape, why wouldn't you leak a total stranger?
regarding consent and boundaries with Destiny. Has all of these conversations about consent and boundaries and then does this without consent. Amazing. The fact that Destiny didn't maliciously share these videos might matter legally, that will have to be determined, but it doesn't really matter for the victims, now does it? Their nudes are out there for their parents, employers, and friends to see. The leaks happened in November. By the end of December, Kiwi Farms as well as many other creators knew who the participants were. There were group chats talking about it. The most prominent victim in this story, Pixie, confronted Destiny about sharing her nudes without consent. I'm super sorry, there's literally zero excuses. In DMs, Aaron wrote to Destiny,
You ever take a look at Abba's video? He probably has the best response out there. I didn't watch any of the Orbiter videos. I didn't see what Pisco had to say. I didn't really care about anything. I've heard that Abba's video is good now because I said that I heard it was bad because I actually did hear it was bad.
A person?
So I think I saw like a few clips when I was scrolling through, so maybe it's in here.
Why can't Willie say women why highway?
Why can't Willie say women? Why? I don't know.
You didn't leak it maliciously, you distributed it non-consensually. Yeah, I know. I have severely damaged her. Confirming yes, he did do this, making him come off like a
Oh yeah, so what I was saying, Abba. I might watch Abba's video, but to be honest, I'd probably watch it off stream. There's no reason to farm this for another fucking piece of content.
complete fraud. He has hours of content telling people how to live their lives, that they have no moral standards. Meanwhile, he's going on trips to Israel with his friend Lonerbox, while pocketing—
Dude, I keep mentioning this, but the funniest piece of content is when they start dropping, like, the Lonerbox Israel Destiny trip after all of this happened. Like, what are the comments? Apparently, they've just been sent off to the editor prior to this happening, and supposedly it's still coming out. Could you imagine the fucking irony, watching Destiny and fucking Pixie's boyfriend parade around in Israel together?
nudes of a girl he was having a thing with. There's a video of Pixie's dad thanking Destiny.
Wait, he's still real. I was told he was. Maybe he's since pulled back, but that's just extremely funny. And like, there's got to be like some funny clippable moment in there.
For being a good friend.
First of all, many thanks for being a friend to my daughter.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, I sent him this clip. He didn't have it. He asked me for it. This is the most brutal clip.
Good friend.
First of all,
this was my one contribution to the video. It was to make sure Willie had the clip of Pixie's dad thanking him for being such a good friend to his daughter.
Many thanks for being a friend to my daughter.
Yeah, no problem.
She doesn't have any friends.
That's not true.
No,
so
she has a
mean.
shit ton of friends.
Okay.
But she appreciates your friendship.
Oh,
and I appreciate that.
Oh, to be a fly on the wall. Jesus fucking Christ.
That you are friends.
Thanks.
Does anybody else just get like irrationally mad when hearing this? Does anybody else just like their blood just boils a little while you're hearing this clip? Because it makes me mad.
Well, I try my best. I'm a friendly person, you know.
Bruh, this is painful to watch. Pixie is talking to Kyla here. They're friends, but Kyla has a conflict of interest.
Kyla obviously is NSE, not so erudite. Someone who wants to be a therapist, but thought it would be a good idea to intervene mediate rather, a situation between her business partner and close personal friend.
Nicholas DeOrio?
This is like some Dr. K shit.
Her and her husband moved from Canada to work with Destiny. They uprooted their whole lives for this. Pixie emphasizes, Steven has to face the consequences proportional to his actions. I want this to be the most expensive mistake of his life. I'm essentially asking him to punish himself in a way I don't think he will or agree.
By the way, I fully support this being the most expensive mistake of Steven's life. If he has to pay big time, I don't give a fuck. I think that's a good thing. Unfortunately, he'll probably have to pay less now that it's going down a legal route, if he even has to pay at all. So...
with without the law getting involved. I don't have a dollar amount from the top of my head. It just has to be enough for the rest of his life. If he thinks of the word nude, he associates it with the amount of money he lost. $1 million is a price that gets thrown around in later DMs, and upon reading that, me and a lot of other people initially laughed, but then I thought about it. If somebody leaked my nudes, I would want their head. I can't have that, so $1 million from a millionaire sounds fair enough. Kyla then starts to look like she's protecting Destiny in these messages.
It sounds like the meme where it's like, holy shit, dude, they got a $60,000 fine at Amazon. That's like 1/1 billionth of their annual revenue. This needs to be something that hurts Steven. That seems like what she was saying there. And again, keep in mind, a lot of people are calling Pixie an extortionist, and most of these conversations you're seeing, well, all of them never made it back to Destiny, because Destiny claimed in his statement that Pixie never even like asked for money like that. Like never gave a sum of money that she would accept. So all of this stuff is just talking shit on Discord. Never actually even made it there to be a claim to begin with.
messages. It wasn't clear to me before that this is what you wanted specifically. My understanding is it was more of a sense of rehabilitation. Now, this was only one leak. You know how many times he's probably shared these nudes and not gotten caught? But Kyla's like, Pixie, you don't understand. He's super sorry. In an interview Kyla gave Tom, it comes off as her looking out for Destiny.
Just to me, like, recording somebody and then without their knowledge and leaking it is like a full-on, like it's a pretty like sexually invasive crime.
Yeah, so is leaking your friend's sex tape, Kyla, but unfortunately you put the pegs down for the net right behind what your friend has already conceded to, so you're such a virtuous person, Kyla.
Leaking somebody's nudes I think is also really bad, to be clear.
But
it is really bad. But
there it is!
Also really bad, to be clear. I think it is really bad. But the issue is that I think it's fundamentally just a more common issue that
guys, boys will be boys, chat. Listen, I'm therapist Kyla, and boys will be boys, okay?
people do. It's definitely, in my experience, not the
Kyla, boys will be boys, erudite.
first time that somebody has like leaked nudes. I think it's not okay. Like when you hear about like guys like showing other guys like tits that some girls shunter, like I think it's gross, and there's a reason I don't look at
I mean that's I agree it's less severe, but
So
this
that's
isn't
why-
this,
that's
but this
why
isn't
the
a bunch
line's
of this isn't a bunch of high schoolers, right? This is a 35-year-old
This is a 35-year-old man. This is not okay. I'm sorry. This is absolutely fucking unreal. And people are like, Nick, why are you being so hard on Kyla? You heard it with Harley here the other night, or was it Papa God? I forgot who asked me about this, but that is just a disgusting display from someone who wants to be a fucking therapist and claims to care about people. Oh, look at me. I missed his rehabilitation. It's just like, maybe you should like rehabilitate your priorities, bitch.
guy who's doing this.
Sure, but the law and morals are different, right?
Boys will be boys is a
yes, Willie, yes!
Crazy statement coming from someone whose last video is about feminism. She's like, only if Destiny does the worst thing possible will it matter to me.
The way I'm getting painted here is like really, really far from the truth, and I don't.
And unironically, she's probably right. The way she was portrayed was significantly more malicious than she was. Erudite is not a mastermind. She's not an enforcer. What Erudite is a pathetic, spineless coward. So we had her all wrong, actually, just to be clear. We did have her wrong.
I don't really know why.
You look like Ghislaine Maxwell.
I know.
Brutal. She says that Steven showed accountability and a step-by-step plan on how he was going to correct all of this.
Willie claimed he didn't know who Lav was on Queeman's stream. I mean, to be clear, I haven't seen anything that like necessarily would need Willie to know who Lav is. Lav has kind of shown up, but she's been more of a side character. So if there's anything in here significant, that could be a pain in the ass, but I don't think you need to know who Lav is to talk about Pixie.
Basically, the moment that I saw like remorsefulness, accountability, and like a step-by-step plan of like how he was
Wait, Willie, you weren't there on K911?
going to correct the issue. That's when I was like, okay, I can still
There's only a mention of Lav. Yeah, I don't know. I'll judge it when I get there, but we're not there yet.
work with this person because it's like the try and the accountability that matters to me.
What was his plan? Because all I saw was Destiny blaming his actions on being off of Vyvanse. Apparently, if he's off of his meds, he doesn't have to respect people's privacy. Interesting symptoms. I want to point out that Pixie stands by that Kyla was being a good...
Yeah, it's like Bo Black's is like, unironically, this is like the most Bo Blacksian thing that Destiny had going. Like he had his, like, you know how Bo Black's had his stop hating Tommy C pills? Destiny had his stop distributing my good friend's sex tape pills. If he just kept taking his stop distributing my good friend's sex tape pills, he would have been fine. But unfortunately, he hadn't yet found Vyvanse, and Pixie is the unfortunate, she got the raw end of the stick there.
friend, despite how she comes off, it's worth
Hasn't taken the anti-goon meds, yeah.
Acknowledging that. When this story hit the wider public, Destiny gave a statement on Reddit. He titled it Legal Arc Beginning in Mysterious Ways.
Ooh.
Such wow. Which shows how unserious he is about this whole thing. Like, what if he gets criminally convicted? Will he label that his prison arc? He says he had no intention of these images or videos leaking, and that he hasn't spoken up for the following reasons. He was going to pursue litigation, most likely against the hacker and sites hosting the leaks, and that he didn't want to bring publicity.
Did I not ask you nice enough?
Kiwi Farms getting sued by Destiny after... hold on.
What am I gonna do?
I take Vyvanse and that don't happen to me. Guess I have morals and an level head.
Look at you, alright? Destiny has a real fucking problem, okay? And he needs to take his Vyvanse. You're just being ableist, okay? That's your problem. That's your thing, okay?
to the material. 3, I've been trying to move on from covering drama content as it has had an
Bo Blaxian.
I don't respect
increasingly negative impact on those in my life. You want to move on now that the drama's about you? It's not fun anymore. People always
Kiwi Farms responded to Destiny by saying they would match like anything for Pixie. That's the funniest shit there. Like honestly, the Kiwi Farm stuff is so funny that this guy was gonna fundraise for him.
Oh no!
Like this guy was I don't know about fundraise. He was considering giving a donation directly to Kiwi Farms, and now he's gonna sue them. And they already had revenge porn or whatever that he released on their site before that. Like the blue tea stuff was prior to him saying that he was gonna give them money.
Act like they're above covering drama when they become the subject matter. 4, one person involved has expressed suicidal thoughts in relation to the matter, and I did not want to exacerbate the situation by talking about it publicly. Now that's a nice sentiment, but it's already all out there. The real reason he's quiet is because it's going through litigation. I can't help but roll.
Nick and Tommy love phones. You know who should do love
What is
phones?
Bunty King to you?
A person?
Who is Bunty King?
Nicholas DeOrio?
I think Destiny should have to do love phones with Tommy C. I think that should be part of his self-flagellation arc. He should have to come on there and explain to the ladies exactly how to do it, dude.
Roll my eyes when I read parts of this. I increasingly felt uncomfortable by the language being used regarding to financial punishment and wanting to teach me a lesson, along with constant references to the precariousness of someone's mental health. If you're being punished, it's not supposed to be comfortable. You know,
Was that Lonerbox's voice, or was that the fucking text-to-speech?
Oh, it's bad when the top comment is, I wish my streamer watched horse porn instead.
I want to f a woman as a horse.
I can't believe Destiny gave this guy a W. And his return stream wasn't any better, using the same song Dr. Disrespect came back with. Destiny's response isn't great. He's since banned all the alleged victims from his community.
Bing Quillen, IP ban JStalk, IP ban Pixie, IP ban Cherry. Oh my god.
He said, bro, if I need to go on the sex offender list, I'm taking 20 other streamers with me. Okay, lol W. Who are these 20 other streamers? Is there a Google Drive where perverts on Twitch upload other people's nudes? I repeat, how long has this been going on for?
What is
How
Bunty King to
sorry
you?
could he
A
be?
person?
Not very
Who
if
is
he's
Bunty
been covering
King?
for 20 other streamers doing the same thing. But then I'm seeing Destiny's co-host Dan on one hand disavowing Destiny for what he did, and then on the other hand threatening acquaintances.
If you're one of my coworkers out there and you're making your little bit of a strong statement about how much you condemn Destiny and everything else, you better not let me find you doing something else and signing some other bullshit off for someone else or being weak. Because if that's going to be the case, either be all the way in or all the way out. Okay, that's all I'm going to tell you. All these half in the door motherfuckers, too much of a pussy to do anything else. Like, I get it, fine. If you're a content creator, you rely on this for your fucking life, then fine. Then f off. Then say that Destiny's a racist pervert, all that type of shit, and fucking go away forever. And that's what you should do. And f off permanently. Same front there, I will say that I think that Steve has changed a lot, especially over the...
Dude, I tried to explain this to Dan privately, and I didn't think it... I think it clicked eventually, but I don't know if it clicked when I said it. So, a lot of people found out in fucking January that Destiny did this, but Dan and Erudite didn't. So when their responses came out, they were talking about, like, rehabilitation, or he's so sorry. But nobody wants to hear about rehabilitation in like the first sentence after you condemn somebody's action on like the days that people found out. Okay? Like that's not going to be receptive at all whatsoever. Even if you're good intention, even if this is something you legitimately believe, you need to just put your thinking cap on and get your noggin jogging that it's been like fucking 1 month for you and it's been 12 hours for everybody else. Nobody's ready to hear that.
the last year where he is...
Also, he's not sorry. That's the other aspect to it. Like, yeah, I mean, even if he was, if he's the sorriest man on the planet, that wouldn't be... But he's also not sorry.
Not like that type of person anymore. You guys don't fucking you don't see it because you don't know who he is.
People don't want to hear about how much he's changed when this is all just happened.
Yep, there it is.
But if you think that you're going to say a strong statement, say that you're not fucking with him right now, and come back in 2 months, you is what I have to say. You're worse than anyone. You're definitely worse than me. At least I'm honest about the situation. I've known the dude for 15 years. I can say that what he did was fucked up. He knows what he did was fucked up. He knows that he has to change, and he knows he's going to have fucking consequences for it. But for fucking you're just a Weasel. All these motherfuckers that did this whole all the way in.
This, what you're hearing from Dan is like the same thing for like 2 hours. Like you can watch a lot of this stream and it all sounds like this.
All the way out. Ain't these motherfuckers try to
It
come
was
back
not a good stream.
in after they've done their little strong weasel statement doing it? That noise.
How do you know he's changed, Dan? Did you know he was doing this? It's such an odd statement. How is Dan playing both sides this hard? So unless you stand by Destiny, you can't ever engage with him again. It's about to be a very lonely career. Abba called out Destiny, pointing out that this was always where his lifestyle was going to lead, and says that he has no respect for anyone he's intimate with.
I think that people look at some of the standard markers for trouble and they, for some reason, project a ton of stuff onto me, but I think I'm living like one of the healthiest, fullest lives that I possibly could.
Constantly having poor relationships with women over a long period of time, or in other situations, STDs, different things like that. Eventually, that hedonism comes back to bite them in the life, and they also recognize they could have been investing that time a lot better.
No, shut up, Melina, shut up. Let him talk. What do you mean? Constantly
hold.
Anything you do in life that's going to increase like your ability to like have fun or do like crazy stuff or whatever is always going to carry with it like the risk of death, right?
Absolutely.
Like you have no chance of dying by falling out of a plane unless you go skydiving, but that's not an argument against never skydiving.
But it is an argument against maybe skydiving 1,000 times if you don't want to die that way.
Well, if you want to skydive 1,000 times, then fucking skydive 1,000 times. Like, what's wrong? Damn, what happened to all the self-empowerment shit that you guys were talking about earlier? If your lifestyle choices are like, damn, I would never want to deal with like a crazy girl or anything like that, that's totally valid. I think it's totally fine. I accept that that's probably true for most people. But like, I'm okay with the trade-off on that for like all the benefits that I get. I like f***ing a lot of people. I like traveling a lot. I like doing drugs. I like my stream shit. That's like super fun for me. To be like, well, doesn't bad stuff happen sometimes so you shouldn't do it? That doesn't compute to me.
Or to others, because I think the main thing with this is you have to think about the activity. The activity involves hurting others. Like even Destiny, as good as he is at what he does, probably could admit he's broken a lot of hearts. He's disappointed a lot of women. He's made a lot of
Maybe more now than before, Abba. Maybe you were onto something there.
people upset. It's not just how he feels about it. When you involve other people in this kind of pursuit of pleasure,
Oh boy. All right. Well,
people get hurt as well. I stand by what I said at the beginning. I don't feel bad for Steve.
Listen, Destiny. Thank you to being a friend to my daughter. Oh man, Jesus Christ.
Even whatsoever, because he knew what he was getting into. He was brazen about it when he was warned. When he said, "Hey, this is a bad idea."
And if you look at like the Pixie stuff, like it's even more disgusting. So like the whole Pixie thing is that she was like not, I guess, super like sexually active, and that she thought she could like trust Destiny to do stuff with him. I'm pretty sure that was what I read, just to be clear. Maybe I'm completely off, but I'm pretty sure that's what I read. Don't take that to the bank. And then Destiny shares her fucking video to this random person, and when he's sharing it, he's like, yeah, this girl didn't know what she was doing. Her head sucked, but this is all I got. So not only did he send his friends nudes around, he insulted her while sending it out.
The bad lifestyle. He said, I don't care. I want to have fun. It's fun for me. That's why I like these mentally ill women.
He's had this public view for years. But no, guys, Dan and Kyla says he's changed in the past month.
If you're currently hanging out with like a streamer that does like denial all day, every day,
Nicholas
or
DeOrio?
that has someone on a DUI,
It sounds like Destiny just died from skydiving.
something along those lines. Like it's gonna be once we find that out, I think that's like gonna be kind of a rough one to be like why you threw someone under the bus just for clout.
Such a weird threat to throw out there to try and keep people in line. Well, I've hung out with a person who got a DUI, Dan. What are you gonna do about it? So I reached out to Destiny for some clarification. There's no point in even reading them to you because he copy and pasted the same response to every question. That he doesn't want to comment farther until he's past litigation. He clarifies, I'm aware that these answers are super-
guys, I cannot respond. I am fucking, I'm until I'm past litigation, guys.
Secondly, my guess is going to be hopefully next week, I think. Let's check real quick. Probably next week sometime. I think I'll just say my piece about everything. And then we'll...
Then why couldn't you just say it to Willie? I don't understand. Or like tell him, yeah, in 2 weeks I could just tell you everything.
Super unsatisfying.
Just wait 2 weeks, then I'll make the video. Why is he so reactionary to everyone else when he releases statements that he cannot talk about?
It looks super guilty for me to respond this way. And even this-
in like 1 HP voice too.
This might be saying too much, but any statement that I make could become part of a record for any court case. For any number of things that are foreseen and unforeseen to me right now.
So anyway, guys, I'll be releasing this next week.
And there's a possibility that I say something that feels true, but ends up not being true in the future. He then gives an example on how seemingly throwaway comments can lead to big consequences in court. He's right, because
And by the way, is next week like, you know, next Saturday? Or is next week like fucking Monday, dude? It's fucking Saturday right now. Is he gonna respond in 3 days? Like, I don't understand why you couldn't just answer Willie's questions if you're going to respond in 3 days.
Honestly, what is he supposed to do? Incriminate himself? He's going to let the legal process play out. So I asked Destiny if there was any false narratives being pushed, and if there was anything he wanted me to say that wasn't already public. He replied with people validating prior individuals who are insane, despite there being no evidence to validate them, is crazy conspiratorial nonsense. I assume he's talking about Mr. Girl's document, where he lists every girl who has ever had a problem with Destiny. Destiny continues, there's obviously multiple affected parties, but it's rich that all of these people who cry about cancel culture and innocent until proven guilty have no problems making the most insane assumptions about a man and have no—
I don't have to make any assumptions. The cherry stuff could be completely fucking fake, and it would not change my opinions about Destiny. And I think that should be the same for most of my audience. Unless I'm completely off here, which I don't think I am. Based off of what we know he did to Pixie, specifically Pixie, I think that should be career ruining. 100%. I don't think it will be career ruining, but I think it should be career ruining.
No problem engaging with people who are insanely toxic when it comes to male victims of any kind of weird sexual shit. He'd defend himself a bit more on Twitter against Nick, saying, I didn't admit to anything. Meanwhile, you can just read the messages where Destiny says, yeah, I know. I've damaged her severely. Nobody cares about you being the victim because you caused all of this. There is no expectation for Kiwi Farms being the good guy. They have the leaks because you shared them with Rose. He goes on to say that people named Lav and Kelly Jean have been distributing his nudes, revenge porn in the literal truest sense. How many crazy women are part of this guy's life?
Kelly Jean, sorry, Kelly Jean is like literal glub shitto. Who the fuck cares what Kelly Jean has to say? What significance does Kelly Jean have in the average viewer's understanding of this? The crazy part is I didn't even know Kelly Jean issued a statement, and I spoke to her on stream. I don't know what she has to do with any of this. Lav? Oh, dude, those 50 people watching the J-Stock stream are probably super misinformed now. What the fuck does Lav have to do with this?
At what point can I victim blame him? Ryan Beard's telling a story about how some girl named Anna is stalking you, and your solution was to sext her.
He did stalk me.
Yeah, there's like, oh, wow, you think Anna's an unreliable narrator? Then why were you sexting her after all of that? Okay? You're getting mad at me for wanting to talk to Anna, but you wanted to put your dick in her after she did all that stuff to you that you claim she did. So who's the weirdo now?
That she locked. Okay, then why are you sexting with her still?
We're cool. We've been cool for a year, Max.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk to her. It's okay. I think I can get away with that.
Okay, so you acknowledge that you've been sexting with her for a year.
Yeah, we've had on and off, sure. Max, can you acknowledge that I have—
These are all bad faith degenerate freaks. Okay. Then why did you keep them around? You fought with all of these people individually and then accepted them back into your circle several times. Why can't I engage with them on any of these talking points? Because it's frowned upon?
I haven't said anything bad about her for a year. I've said we've been fine. I've said that over
The
and
last
over.
time I talked to you about her, like 2 weeks ago or 16 days ago.
You guys know that Lav had like a run in DGG after the Mr. Girl stuff, right? Like after all of this, after she was like in the document, she came back again and was hanging out with J-Stock and back on Destiny's streams. I'm almost positive she was back on his streams at least once, right? Someone correct me, but I'm pretty sure she was back.
Or something, you said that she locked you in the basement of her mind and it was a traumatic.
Like, Destiny is allowed to interact with every single one of these people, but if you know somebody who's had them on their stream, then you are malicious and a bad person.
Experience for you. Locked you in the
Locked
basement
me
of her
in
mind.
the past. In the past, Max.
Oh, okay.
Why? Tell me, Max, why hasn't Anna come forward with any of this information now? Can you tell me, or do you want me to tell everybody why?
I don't want to speak on her behalf.
Okay, I will. It's because she said she literally wants to remain friends with me.
He had his whole community feeling bad for him being stalked as he was doing this. There are parts of streams where he's condemning people for sharing nudes non-consensually.
Yeah, you know, me and William have problems, but I don't think I f***ed up at all in this. I'm not running around screen sharing people's nudes.
Bro, this shows that he knows this was...
I think, to be clear, wasn't that clip from 2021? He hadn't known yet, guys. He wasn't aware. He didn't know he did it yet, okay? He knew better until he didn't. And then he didn't know better anymore.
Bad. He was using this to expose someone. The embarrassing part about this drama isn't that a video leaked of Destiny sucking an Oscar Mayer, it's that he's thrown away his credibility. He comes off like a fraud. We did speak in an off-the-record voice call, it was not recorded, and he was giving off the vibe that things might not be what they seem, but because of litigation, I couldn't know what he was referring to. I certainly couldn't just blindly believe him. You look at his social media and he's memeing about the whole thing, posting himself dressed as Dr. Disrespect. Yeah, Dan and Kylo, you're right. Destiny's totally rehabilitated and remorseful over this whole thing. It's very obvious. So is Destiny's career over because of this? Well, if Tim Pool can frame himself as a patriot while secretly taking Russian money, Vosh can say Lolly makes you a pedo while having a folder full of Lolly, Hassan can frame himself as more credible than the media while reporting every story wrong, and Tyler Oliveira can pretend to be a journalist while just making up stories on the spot, then why wouldn't Destiny recover from this? Let's be honest, the real punishment is Hassan will bring this up every chance he gets.
I can't believe that there are...
I think I just found the part that Queeman doesn't like. I'm almost positive that's the part that spawned the debate. Am I off? That's probably the sentence that sent Queeman into a mad British rage. Queeman is just like, he's fucking sweeping, mate. He's fucking sweeping, mate. That's fucking ridiculous. And you watch this fucking shit.
Still Destiny fans in here. He kind of made you, though. Why you so ungrateful he brought you in? No. Why not just talk it out, bro? He was your friend at one point. Dude, I don't know if you understand. We're having a conversation about this dude serially making sex tapes of the people he...
The problem isn't Hassan Piker saying it. The problem is Hassan Piker has a point when he says this stuff. Like, he might get all the information wrong, okay? But unfortunately, I mean, how... You can't get mad on him for just talking about it. I would too. Wouldn't you? You can get mad at him for misreporting it, but I mean, he has the right to talk about it.
Sometimes consensually and sometimes non-consensually records and is unconsensually sending to other people that he wants to fuck. And you're like, why don't you become friends with that guy again? I don't know, because he's gross.
And Hassan is totally right. You know how hard that is to say? Again, if you're a left-leaning political viewer, your options are cooked. But seriously, it seems like if you have a political audience, you could get away with anything. You have Joe Biden's millionaire drug-fueled...
By the way, if you're just watching Destiny and you're separating the art from the artist and you're going to keep consuming his political content, there's nothing I can say that'll stop you. If you have the need to go around telling everybody, hey guys, I am going to keep watching Destiny because I only care about the politics. Yeah, I can separate the art from the artist. I'm a really cool guy. You're probably kind of weird. If you're doing it silently or whatever, okay, cool. I don't really care. If you're out loud bragging that you're going to keep watching this fucking guy who sends his friends sex tapes around to random whores online, I'm going to start to side-eye you, and I think that's pretty fucking reasonable.
Son getting pardoned after he said he wouldn't do it, and Donald Trump, our current sitting president.
Like, I just bragging about it is kind of fucking weird. If I was gonna do that, I wouldn't want anyone to know about it. If you want people to know about it, it kind of says more about you than it does me.
Was part of an electoral scheme, but no, this is when political audiences finally take a stand. Sure, these audiences will excuse everything because they think the ends justifies the means. Hearing Lonerbox lay out his 2025 aspirations is hilarious until you realize how true it is.
I look forward to sometime coming back when...
Aiden? No, I'm not coming after Aiden. Aiden was pretty reasonable. I think he read my tweet wrong. He thought I said Destiny shouldn't have a career at all, which I guess, you know what? I don't think that he should. I still think he will, but I don't think he should, to be honest. It's just, I don't know. It's not even just the Pixie thing. It's just how much of his fucking backlog is just fundamental lies based off of the information we now know. Like, so much of what he says is bullshit. I'm sorry, it just is. So yeah, I don't know if he should, but realistically, I think that, like, it's more reasonable to say that he shouldn't have a serious political career. I think that he should be boxed in with Vosh. The horse porn man and the fucking sex tape distributors should be locked into their own communities on YouTube. And then when people bring them on to debate, they're like, hey, that's funny. Yeah, no, my position on Trump is weird. Anyway, are you the guy who sent your friend's sex tape around? Like, you ever watch the video of Ethan Klein talking about Vosh? Vosh is like, Ethan Klein seems to be pretty raging out right now. Something's, seems kind of wrong with him. And then Ethan's like, isn't this the horse fucking pedophile? That's where I think Destiny's career should be. I think that he should be in that career. Where I think that's where his channel should go.
When I can, like, brand myself as the only remaining political streamer who doesn't have, like, doesn't have sex scandals and doesn't support terrorists. For some reason, it's always one or the other.
They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Dog, what do you look? You think I made this?
This isn't music. I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shoot. This isn't a music video, Hassan.
No, it is. They do musicals about like their actions all the time.
Yeah, they're militarized action.
When I looked at it, I think the vibe that I got was like short.
Did I skip to the content nuke video? What the fuck, Willie? What's going on?
Stack thick kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Oh boy.
Like the way like goblins get drawn in porn.
The fuck?
I still can't believe that happened. The fucking short stack goblin porn that took out Tipster back in the day. I still can't believe that occurred.
Niggas press their luck in, they get a butt fucking
What?
straight up.
What the fuck, dude? Why is this your... Wait, why is this the song you picked for this?
Ass raw dog with the rash.
Okay.
Destiny was objectively wrong for this and deserves all of the backlash. I think it's important to acknowledge that the people who exposed this story were not looking out for the victims at all. In fact, they were actively working against their best interests.
Oh, I get it. He put it as impeachment, and then people from Destiny's audience are like, oh, he's going to talk about Trump here. But the smooth talkers, no, this is a segment about President Sunday.
In comes President Sunday and Beckett.
There he is!
Neither of these people had direct contact with Destiny, Kyla, Pixie, or anyone else involved in this story. They never even tried to reach out, yet they were the ones who posted videos outing the whole thing. The only information they have comes from Aaron leaking all of Pixie's messages. They are only working with second-hand information. In Sunday's video, he says Pixie's silence was bought in exchange for Destiny paying for her law school, leaving all the other victims out to dry.
Pixie has since said nothing publicly. There has been no evidence of legal proceedings being pursued, and she has seemingly ceased communications with the people she was previously working with, instead posting on X about taking the LSAT in pursuit of law school. It appears as though her attempt to extort Destiny has probably paid off, albeit at the expense of every other person Destiny has victimized.
What a bitch! She's looking out for herself after her consent was completely violated. What a bitch!
In the past and will victimize in the future.
One of my mods, can you fucking link her GoFundMe in the description? Not in the description, in the chat.
Evidence for this is a single tweet of her saying she took the LSAT, as if you could just sign up and pass this test within a month. So at this point, my mind was blown that someone would out a victim for a 100k view video while the victim was still discussing their options, and then determine their silence was bought over a tweet. No need to confirm anything. So I reached out to Pixie to try and confirm if she ever talked to Sunday or Beckett about this. Pixie has pursued litigation against Destiny. However, she did let Lonerbox, who she's dating, provide some details.
Did President Sunday reach out to Pixie one time to see if he could go live with this video or to confirm that the draft was canceled or anything like that?
No, he didn't.
It is so incredibly selfish of Sunday and Beckett to insert themselves into a situation where they take agency away from Pixie. Because one, she's pursuing legal action, and you guys making this public gives Destiny ample time to delete evidence, while Pixie's team was still building their case. I know I look smart enough to come up with that point myself. I'm not, so take that how you will. 4 days before Sunday released his video, he had a conversation with Nick acknowledging that Pixie was suicidal over this leaking.
All I'm getting from this is she's really not. This is the one piece of information that you need to hear from President Sunday about this entire drama. Like when people are like, oh, Nick, are you going to talk about President Sunday? I'm like, no. President Sunday has outlived his usefulness in this fucking drama. Every person who refers to Destiny is either linking Ryan Beard's video or this video. That's it. This is the definitive, like, 2 videos on Destiny. So when they're like, oh, are you going to be tracking the new fucking... No, it's exactly what I said. He's going to get forgotten like the Prism guy got forgotten. I don't want this to be public. She wants to hurt Steven, but she doesn't want this to be known that she's done this, and this is her.
Yeah.
And she desperately doesn't want her family to know. And if I cover it, there's a good chance they will find out.
Oh, 100%. Why do you think I haven't covered this at all? Like that's my
principled issue, guys. That's why I'm not covering it. Yeah, that's
is like
4 days later.
Here's the thing. If anything happens to Pixie in the foreseeable future,
it all drops.
Well, he will actually be destroyed then. That will be insurmountable.
Look, if she kills herself tomorrow, it'll be super good for the plan. Okay, that's basically what he's saying. If she kills herself tomorrow, okay, Destiny's not gonna know what hit him.
Not destroyed. He'll have his channel. He'll have his audience. But
then President Sunday started vigorously masturbating. I don't know what version of the call out. I'm kidding.
There will be no
politics.
The media company dream will.
Yeah. Guys, if she kills herself, Destiny won't have the media company. All right, we could give it a 1-for-1. You know, on the one hand, Pixie is no longer here, but on the other hand, he won't have Philip DeFranco's news network.
Well, not be a thing. So
It sounds like he's getting excited over the idea of Pixie killing herself and it ending Destiny's career. This dude sounds like a psychopath. In fact, during his call with Nick, he gives a hypothetical saying as much.
here's the thing. Let's assume I was a psychopath. And I'm not, okay? Somebody saying these things would be enough to deter me. Let's assume I was a psychopath. Let's assume I published this.
President Sunday talks with Nick. They both agree that going live without the victim's consent is a bad idea, and President Sunday does it anyway. Actual psychopath. 4
days later, meaning that when he talked to me, he'd probably already figured he was gonna do it. Like, he just lied. He just completely lied.
Behavior. President Sunday's justification for this was that Pixie was engaging in extortion against Destiny.
Fortunately, Pixie did the worst thing that someone in her position could do.
Not give President Sunday content.
Why?
Pixie did the worst thing she could possibly do, alright? Not feed the beast.
Rather than seek legal recourse or make a public statement denouncing the violation of her consent and dignity that these leaks represented, she seems to have ultimately chosen to try and profit from the situation by extorting.
Yeah, he was probably already editing the video while he was talking to me. Like, dude, the editor was working. He's like, "Is this a good one, Sunday? I can't fucking talk about that. I'm talking to Nick DeOrio right now. All right, we gotta put him in the video."
Destiny.
I don't understand how Pixie discussing what her next step is or what the correct form of punishment should be equaling extortion, because that's how most civil cases start. Destiny even says in a statement on Reddit that Pixie at no point made a specific or explicit request for compensation. So I asked President Sunday, did you talk to a lawyer, or is this just your layman interpretation of the law? Because let's be real, I don't think there's any way
This is his lame man interpretation of the law, okay? Yeah, I don't know if it's layman, but it's definitely lame man, dude.
He gets charged for this. President Sunday says, yes, I spoke with lawyers I know. You know what their answer was? Obviously. I asked, can you link me to the statement from the lawyer you spoke with, saying these DMs count as extortion? And he says they were IRL conversations, so no. So I asked who the lawyer was because I would love to confirm.
Hey, can you just tell me about your lawyer? No, we spoke through this in real life, so unfortunately I have no evidence of ever speaking to a lawyer, but you'll have to just take my word for it. Oh, can you show me the lawyer? I think Willie already told me about this. He's like, no, you're gonna have to get your own lawyer.
He replies, it's someone I know. Go find your own lawyer. It's so obvious to me that he's lying. You're
Bro, he's talking to some fucking kid on Discord who's going to law school in 5 years. Like some fucking teenager. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna pass the LSATs next year. I can tell you all about it.
You talked to a lawyer but didn't get any on-the-record statement for your video? Sure. To confirm it even farther, President Sunday did a stream leaking all of our DMs. His editor Kilo came forward.
Yeah, he typed it on ChatGPT. He's consulting Mama Max Incorporated.
Sunday never talked to a lawyer.
He claims he's consulted lawyers about this. Originally, he told me, Kilo, you're not a lawyer. I was raised by one and took law courses in university.
I talked to my dad, bro. No.
But then when he was talking to Aiko, she asked if he spoke to lawyers, and he said, I spoke to people who know lawyers.
Who did you speak to?
Several people I can't name, but just
lawyers,
trust me on this.
Lawyers.
People who know lawyers.
But
people who know lawyers, dude. Oh no.
He was talking with Willie Mack. He said he spoke directly to lawyers, but won't mention who.
So Sunday is just lying to make the victim seem like a bad guy so he doesn't look insane for making his video.
Beckett of Krabs, myself, and President Sunday sat down to present evidence, put together a timeline, and establish what the mission of the project was. I was a little anxious, but also excited to learn what President Sunday had, and I wanted to find out what the justification was for coming out with the story, the nuke. But we started the meeting, and after only about 10 minutes, I interjected. Sunday didn't have any. I'm not even sure Beckett had much of anything. And the only real reason for publishing that was given to me was that because Pixie was supposedly trying.
Dude, apparently President Sunday is still seething in fucking Queeman's chat. He's like, actually, Nick called it blackmail first. If you listen to my call, I said, like, even if it is blackmail, I support him. Like, I support Pixie blackmailing him. That was my position. Like, my position is literally, even if it is blackmail, then, like, yeah, dude, that's great. You should do that. He deserves it.
Trying to extort that.
Again, this is an offline conversation. There's no optics here that are being talked about. But yeah, that's my fucking private opinion. Is I hope this guy gets fucked. When she said, I hope this is the biggest mistake of your, like, the most financially large mistake of your life, I agree with her. I hope that it is too.
Destiny, she was somehow implicated in the cover-up efforts by Destiny and his associates, and therefore had forsaken her right to privacy? or something like that. I don't know.
Sunday does every stream in front of a wall of books, draws himself sitting on a pile of books. He's so knowledgeable, repeatedly calling me stupid and
One funny Sunday thing. Did you ever watch the video where he just starts listing books? He's like, have you ever read this? I don't know any actual books. So he's like, have you ever read Moby Dick? And he's like, yeah, why? He goes, have you ever read fucking Child of the Lambs, bro? Have you ever read Harry Potter? Or he's just going through like actual like fucking academia books. And he just kept listing off books to the guy.
DMs for asking straightforward questions. Meanwhile, he's comfortable just making things up because he's above saying, I don't.
Wait, that's the Lincoln Memorial? Oh, Willie's video is totally raped, dude. That's not a pile of books, it's a statue. Fucking Willie and his shitty research. Fuck this guy.
Draws himself sitting on a pile of books. He's so knowledgeable, repeatedly calling me stupid in DMs for asking
Willie has become the raped.
Forward questions. Meanwhile, he's comfortable just making things up because he's above saying, I don't know, or I could be in the wrong. The dumbest people I talk to seem to think they're geniuses. Just a pattern I'm recognizing. He's lying about being an intellectual the same way he lied about talking to a lawyer. I'm not convinced he could read Dr. Seuss. He's malicious. He's acted like a psychopath. He outed a victim's story when she was—
Dude, this is great. I love this. Holy shit. Someone finally has the fucking balls to say it.
Working on the court case. Slandered her.
An American citizen who finds themselves a victim of revenge pornography has several valid actions they can take. Let's go over 3. First, they can seek legal recourse. Second, they may make a public statement denouncing the person who leaked the materials and violated their consent. And in fact, this can be done in conjunction with the first option I mentioned. And finally, they can choose to do nothing. They can stay silent and hope that it all blows over. And this is their right. But Pixie did not do any of these.
She didn't do anything that would make me money. What a bitch.
In the middle of doing the first 2 things. And then you robbed her of the third.
Yes!
Yeah, keep acting like the good guy. He's the type of person I hope never becomes a successful YouTuber. If you're a victim, why would you ever want to share your story? He's shown it's going to leak, then people you've never talked to are going to publicize it. You will be vilified by them because they don't care about you or your legal case at all. If I had any advice for Sunday, it would be to apologize to Pixie and the victims, not just post a pinned comment half backtracking what you're saying. Also shower, get a haircut, go outside. You aren't mature enough to cover these sort of things if you don't have basic hygiene. The video made by Sunday's former editor details the clown show that was this investigation. It's the
Yeah, Pixie didn't do these things, and I know this because I got into Pixie's business and decided she wasn't doing them.
most comedic tragedy I've ever watched.
With all due respect, I'm not sure you think you know what you're saying when you say you have to, because when you—
I didn't say have to. I didn't say that. You said that. I said you have an expectation, and you said, well, I don't have to do that. And I'm not saying you have to do anything. I'm saying there's an expectation that you do this thing. When you're communicating with
He said doo-doo. Iconic.
someone in private, they're expecting that you're not going to show that to other people without asking them first.
Okay, but if they're asleep, they're not expecting, are they?
If they're asleep?
They're asleep, yeah. If
What?
people are asleep, they're not expecting anything. They're kind of just out, right?
Are you trolling me right now?
No, I'm actually making a serious point.
The conversations he had with his editor are psychotic.
Why the f are you adding extra risks to this? We're already in enough danger as is.
Do you think we're in danger? I don't think
we are in
anyone's
tremendous danger.
Wait, what? What do you mean we're in danger? What do you mean we're in danger? I thought it was everybody else who's scared, bro. Your whole video is like all these people are terrified. Why are you in danger, buddy?
So you don't think, for example, if you said something that was able to be effectively spun by someone like Nick DeOrio that managed to get some traction, that cast aspersions on my entire channel, that income plummeted, so I can't pay you. That doesn't affect—
What? What?
affect you?
It's about me.
I am the danger, Skylar.
Cast aspersions on my entire channel, that income plummeted, so I can't pay you. That doesn't affect you?
It's about me, me, me. How does this affect Sunday?
Oh, and then the editor jumped ship, dude. He saw the writing on the wall.
How can I manipulate my editor into staying quiet? I also talked to Beckett, who worked somewhat with Sunday and dropped his video.
Hey, thank you, Trevor.
On the same day. Now his wasn't nearly as bad, but he still went forward with the video.
Did your girlfriend use a strap-on and give you monkeypox?
No. What?
Video knowing only secondhand.
I heard you're into some BDSM shit, so I'm just wondering if that's how you got it. Why are you still here?
Total Destiny Annihilation.
Best.
Into staying quiet. I also talked to Beckett, who worked somewhat with Sunday and dropped his video on the same day. Now his wasn't nearly as bad, but
now for Beckett, I did speak to him privately, and I gave him some serious advice as like content creator to content creator. He went and supposedly he said to me, and I imagine this is true, I have no reason to believe it's not, that he did apologize to Pixie, which is a good start. My biggest criticism for Beckett is like, if you had all this information and you wanted to cover it and you knew Sunday was going to drop it, Why not just wait and drop it a day later? Like, why work directly with Sunday if you know it's coming out and you don't want to be wrapped up in the weird ethical complications? Why don't you just make your video and then when it releases and it's already public, then drop your video? I did say thank you. I thanked Trevor.
Still went forward with the video knowing only secondhand information. Really third hand because he's getting it from Sunday.
Recognize you're getting your information secondhand. At any point, did you try to reach out to Pixie?
No. But to be clear, this was a very brief period, a couple of days. I clearly did want to reach out to people. There was actually a conversation where I wanted to reach out to Lonerbox.
By the way, he did try to reach out to me. I just didn't answer him. He was trying to call me and explain to me that Sunday was going to screw me over on like that Friday. I think it was Friday. I don't remember the exact day, but it was like 2 days before Sunday would tell me like, "Hey, dude, this video's dropping in the morning, so you're fogged." Hey, dude, Nicholas Snickerdoodle, you're going to be coming along for the ride, all right? Like, he was trying to warn me that Sunday fucked me over, and I just didn't answer because I didn't know what he was talking about, and I was busy.
Because I don't know Pixie.
But why did you reach out to Lonerbox?
I didn't, but but that's partly because of what Loner had just done on the stream. I think that's a mistake.
You
by
liked
the way.
Beckett,
I'll own that
but
mistake.
I mean, Beckett made the better video, objectively. Like, I mean, out of a bad situation, Beckett's video had the screenshots in them. So that was, I guess, good. Sunday's whole video, instead of putting the screenshots in to talk about what the allegations are against Destiny, he plays a clip of me. So yeah, I think Beckett did a better job. I'm still watching the other videos though.
But I obviously wanted to reach out to people. For instance, I went to FPS Diesel.
Nick got the call not to show up to World Trade Center. No, he basically called me when I got into work and said the plane is gonna hit and you can't get down in time. Like, the plane is gonna be hitting in 15 minutes and the elevator would not get you out of the building if you tried.
For an optics check on the DMs and what he thought. I was reaching out to Nick.
Nick and Diesel, no less than Beckett and Sunday. What does going to them do? Realize why I'm so critical though of you and Sunday? Because hold on, you're telling me though. You're telling me though that this was done over a couple of days. You didn't bother to reach out to Lonerbox or Pixie. And you guys went for the story anyway. How did you even get the draft? Was that from...
Yeah, like, that was what... People are like, oh yeah, it's like fucking World Trade Center 9/11. Dude, he pointed out the window and said, hey, look, that's a plane. He pointed out, he goes, well, that plane's coming right for us.
Aaron, too?
Sorry, get the
draft of, like, Pixie's draft statement.
Yeah, I showed that in the DMs. Yeah.
So you guys have a draft from her. It seems like she's going to come out in some way because she has a fucking written draft. Like, it just seems, it blows my mind, man. Like, you've been somebody where I've been told over and over again, nah, dude, Copen Seed is great. He does great videos, takes a lot of care with them. And it's like, to me, I look at this and I'm like, I cannot believe, it just seems like such a selfish story.
Well, hold on. Let me be clear. I don't think selfish is fair. I think I can take a lot of criticism. I think there are issues there, but I don't think selfish is fair.
In what way is that not selfish?
I don't.
Well, because I didn't do this to get clout or money or like claim. I thought this was going to end my fucking channel. Sunday was going to release a video. I thought I know Sunday, and I thought what needed to be done at the same time was painting a picture of what happened, but behind the scenes, to explain why so many people had these DMs. What I needed was Sunday's DMs with Straighterade. I didn't expect this to be a video where I'd get like pats on the back.
Again, why you think it would damage you?
What, the video?
Yeah.
All right. What Beckett's probably like arguing here is that he thought going after Destiny would be a death sentence regardless of accuracy. That's my best charitable version of what he's trying to argue here.
Because I recognized that once these were coming out, the people who were releasing them would get rightfully a fair amount of criticism for doing so.
Then why
but
would
I
you
also
release it?
Because, well, for some, I've said publicly as well.
Yeah, this is probably not his best showing.
If Sunday wasn't releasing,
Max Striker Films. If you want to have a 5-minute call, I can give more context. Max Striker Films. Is that Mama Max? I think I'm okay, but thanks.
His video, I wouldn't have released the same video. I probably wouldn't have acted in the same way. But Sunday looked at these are coming out.
I'm Beckett's editor. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I was confused. I was a little lost there. Why would you be afraid of Destiny if A, you're right, and B, you don't share a community with him? Well, Beckett probably shares more of a community with Destiny than I guess other people. He's from like the Twitch poll. I don't know. I don't think anybody here shares like a massive community with Destiny. Even like Tom had his own community before he met him. I think there are definitely like crossovers there, but
he wants.
Oh, I'm not familiar with his content. He kind of came from like over in the Twitch poll Stardust area, like that region. So I imagine like most of those people, like he'd probably get hit the same way that people like Prime Kai's. Maybe. I thought he was an hour court. No, they got him from Twitch poll.
Talk about it. Well, okay. It needs a companion piece.
So because he is jumping off.
No, I don't think I need any more info on Beckett. I spoke to Beckett. I just don't think this is a super great showing that he did with Willie. But I know where Beckett stands, and I mean, I had a good call with him. That's what I'll say.
The bridge. You're doing it too, dude? Oh, man.
Well, like, and again, that's what I'm saying. It's, you know, something I expected to do damage to me. But also, what was the other option? Lie about it?
No, the other
like,
option is to do what
hold
literally
on.
everybody else did, and you just wait, let everybody else shoot themselves in the foot if he's going to be reckless with the victim and her claims and hijack her story. Like, you realize she was talking to lawyers during this, and they're gathering information. Fucking crazy.
Listen, I'm on many levels, I'm with you. And I think one of my constant comments through this is, how does this reach me? I am like 5th person down the chain. How does this reach me with no one doing any of that?
It just makes me go, like, how were you the person to feel like you should...
Like, there are some charitable things you could say about these guys. If it got all the way to Beckett, and it got all the way to me, a lot of people probably knew about this. Somebody was going to pull the fucking cord. I guess that's the most charitable thing you can say, but that doesn't give you an excuse to make it you, because somebody hasn't done it yet, I guess.
Should make that video.
Because I thought it was such a fucking mess that at least I could make an uneditorialized.
Legit question, why would you make a video on someone if you think making a video on them is a bad idea? Sunday said the Destiny video is a bad idea, and Jar said the Cinny Bear video is a bad idea. Because you don't usually make... I don't make my videos for what my audience wants to hear. And there's like an expectation that if you're making a video on Destiny, the audience isn't going to care. And initially, I thought the DGG people would just, you know, sideswipe it. Oh, it doesn't matter. Who cares? But a significant group of them were pretty fucking cool about it until very recently. And the ones that are replying to me on Twitter right now are exactly the archetype I'm talking about. So it's not a good idea if you share an audience with these people and you think that they're going to just kind of sweep away the crimes. You know what I mean? With Cinny Bear, making a video with someone who's basically confessing straight away is also a fucking massive risk. But with Jar, he's kind of retarded. With Destiny, like, he swept away a lot of shit, and it's only now coming back to bite him. So
it was as bad, but just the premise of this whole thing, when I talk to everybody, it's just...
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was a massive risk.
And you know what else is massive?
I think it is a mess.
Beckett is the only person I talked to that acknowledged wrongdoing and said he would go about things differently in the future. Takeaway seems to be what I think is the most important thing, and that's that you have to reach out to Pixie. You got to make clear, or Lonerbox, and you got to make clear of like, hey, this is what I know. This is the story I'm thinking of running. I want to know like what's going on with this. Are you guys pursuing anything? And then they could go ahead and like give you the guidelines to it. Like, hey, look, we're talking legally. We'd rather this not come out.
Yeah, like, again...
I mean, in the reality, like, there was a lot of self-interested parties here who wanted to see Destiny get destroyed at anybody's expense, including the victims. So, when Destiny says a huge percentage of people don't give a fuck about this girl, that's actually true. There are a ton of people here. Like, I don't think Hassan Piker is like, oh, golly gee, I feel bad for Pixie. I think Mike from PA is, like, super happy that Destiny, like, had the balls to, like, fuck over one of his friends. I think President Sunday is salivating over the thoughts of, like... I think he was salivating over the thoughts of Pixie fucking necking herself, so it would destroy Destiny's media career. I don't think any of these people are virtuous. None of them.
And I'm not defending every part of this, and I don't want to. I mean, this is how I started the call, right?
Which is more than any other person I talked to. He became very critical of himself, especially as things moved off the record. I respect him for that.
When I met you, I admit my first thoughts was a trick.
More hilarious. Destiny and his son are watching each other's content nukes while refusing to view their own. I get he's going through a legal case, but at some point he needs to address that video. During my
He's gonna address your video next week, Willie. Guys, we're picking and choosing here, alright?
off-the-record conversation with...
He's gonna respond to the video that's entirely about the Pixie Leaks, but not the video that has nothing to... Well, not nothing to do with it, but 80% has nothing to do with the Pixie Leaks.
Beckett, he asked me a pointed question. When would you associate with Destiny again? If he was part of some drama as a side character and I interviewed him, I would do it then, but I don't think I could just go hang on his podcast anymore. Destiny and I were...
Yeah, bro. Listen, Aerodite, I know you asked me a couple of months ago, but I'm gonna actually not go on anything else. I know. Crazy. Sorry, Dan. I'm probably not gonna come fly out to Miami. Alright? I don't care who's paying. I'm not going.
Not friends. However, I have a lot of respect for him. He's the only major creator in the political space that I have covered that actually looks stuff up, reads first-hand information, and directly engages with his critics. That may seem like a low bar, but it's rare. He's somebody that has always demanded accountability from others, but right now when he's objectively in the wrong, he's not taking any of it. He's calling Nick a hypocrite for saying innocent till proven...
A person? Who is Bunty King?
Nicholas DeOrio?
Your voice sounds really hoarse. Are you sick?
Yeah, I probably shouldn't be streaming right now, but I'm gonna get through the Destiny stuff, and then I think I'm bailing. I thought I could do it. You can tell, right? I feel like shit.
In the wrong, he's not taking any of it. He's calling Nick a hypocrite for saying innocent.
We are gonna watch the Queeben stuff, though. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving now. You guys can chill for a bit.
Till proven guilty with Ethan, but not treating himself that way.
Dude, do you have COVID? I took a test. So far, no.
Way. Nick then makes very clear you shared Pixie's intimate videos with a random 19-year-old OnlyFans model, and then posted logs where you admitted to severely damaging her.
Your voice sounds really hoarse. Are you Vosh? Yeah, dude. Your voice sounds really hoarse. Are you okay, Nick? All right. Well, hypothetically, of course, there's chocolate being farmed by miners in the Middle East. Okay. In Africa, there are cobalt mines. Now, I have a question for you. I have no reason to understand why the moral or...
He links the messages of Destiny doing just that. I'm the kind of person that could forgive anyone for about anything, but there needs to be remorse, and he's obviously not there yet. His coworkers cover for himself.
Dude, I'm a horse, guys. I'm a horse.
Saying he is, but I don't see it. I don't see how anyone could take him seriously until then. I also want to emphasize how good the video was by President Sunday's former editor, Kilo. He actively tried to correct the record, and his video has very few views. He gave up money to try and do the right thing, and I think that
probably pissed Queeman off too. That probably pissed him off, because everyone's been bashing the fuck out of that fucking kid's video. I haven't seen the whole thing. I watched like a little bit of it, but I was like, I'm not really interested in this anymore.
Hope you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, and shout out to the homies over on Patreon. Crimson Glass, Riveter, Christina.
So that was pretty good. Smaggle, you got me a link, buddy, to watch some of this Queeman shit? Let me see. Let me check it out. Go back 1 hour and 58 minutes. So let's check this shit out. 1 hour, 58 minutes. So Willie is defending his video against the man, the Wiggler.
But how many people? If you go to her most viewed tweet with the most tweets, I agree.
I like how his fucking account is like a little wiener. Oh fuck! Wait, too far.
That changed if you sub.
Don't think it's fair.
Because you know that it's going to give the other party time to.
All right, so here comes the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Willie Mac Show. Any second now. There he is.
Isn't reaching a wide audience. The idea that people weren't figuring hadn't.
All right, so the call right now, if you don't know, Beckett, Willie Mac Show, Queeman with the. Obviously, we did the Wiggler here first. Queeman's copying us, but yeah, you know, it's like when Chud stole Ultimate Rape Review from me. Some of these guys are real poachers. You know, I had this Wiggler for like years.
Can I say something to you, Nick?
Figure this out right
really
from the
like
off. I don't think it's fair.
Hey Willie, can you hear us? Okay, I think he's getting set up or something. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm kind of waiting for Willie's, because I'm mostly on the side, like, I get sort of where you guys are coming from.
Guys, they're dancing at this. Look at they're dancing, dude. They're dancing.
Yeah. So I think Willie's probably better to represent the other side than I am. I'll try and step back a little bit because I don't want to.
Yeah, listen,
Lolly.
Hey,
can you guys hear me?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, I agree that it was coming out, But the big problem I have with your guys' videos, well, Sunday's video more so than yours, Beckett, is that he just completely slanders Pixie. He assumes that she takes the bribe to stay silent and endangers all future.
If it's already coming out, then why does President Sunday need to make the video? Like, I have to release this story. It's the only way. Okay, but it's coming out anyway. No, that's not the reason. The President Sunday shit is so funny because it's like, I had to release this, dude. It's the only way. But I also had to brand her a suicide baiting extortionist to do it. It's not just that her story was taken against her will. It's that her story was taken against her will and she was slandered because she didn't do what you wanted. And you didn't even ask her.
Future victims, which is obviously the main criticism there. And then this thing being viral on Kiwi, or being like big and being out.
Guys, it's on Kiwi Farm. Dude, on Glup Shitto internet forum that none of the people who'd even be involved in this or care about this would even daily fucking view. Guys, you don't understand, bro. This has been on 4chan for like 3 days, all right? Come on, let's be real here. Guys, listen, all right? This has been on the GameFAQs. I don't know what the fuck. What is GameFAQs? What was that website called?
That's like your guys' little like DGG off circle.
Yeah, it's been on GameFAQs for like fucking 10 years, dude.
And Kiwi Farms. That's completely different than it being like mainstream on Twitter. Everybody talking about Pixie.
People were under Pixie's tweets posting about it, right?
Yeah, but how many people? If you go to her...
When are you gonna go on your Sopranos arc? I'll go on my Sopranos arc when I have enough fucking revenue to buy a presidential. When I can wear Tony's watch, I'll be Tony. Okay? That's when.
Most viewed tweet with the most comments, is it at most 8 people?
I mean, it's gonna be almost impossible for me to find anything.
No, I know, but
get a Sopranos pinball. They have one down the block. I actually played it. It's very cool.
Big, because most people, like, she's talking in the DMs with Destiny, and she's saying, if my parents find out about it, her parents are not on Kiwi Farms. Her parents are on fucking the broader internet, like most people, right? Just because someone's on Kiwi Farms doesn't mean everybody's talking about it.
It was just Kiwi Farms initially, but you recognize that once there's a bad empanada video made, once Hassan's watching that on stream, now it's reaching up.
Yeah, but all the information that Bad Empanada had, for the most part, was completely wrong, right? Like, that wasn't the story. Like, what did Bad Empanada say? That, like, Destiny cheated on... No, sorry. Destiny fucked... his friend's girlfriend, and that was it. Like, that was the main thing. He might have mentioned like the leaked pictures, but I'm pretty sure the main thing is like Lonerbox left the internet because Destiny fucked his girlfriend. That was the main takeaway from fucking Bad Empanada.
Good point, right? So that was before the videos came out. And
can you turn down the video? I'm trying to focus on something.
Is this really lolly?
Wait, what?
That was sort of what we're talking about when we said
that is like the impetus.
Well, no, and if you go down this whole thing, you have to like completely downplay Sunday's video as the major thing that got the story going. Why? Like, if you don't live in reality, you can blame Bad Empanada, but the Sunday video kickstarted the entire discourse. Well, it was going to come out anyway. Might as well put it out there.
You guys are...
Yeah, dude, you should just leak her text messages then. Go for it. Kiwi Farm didn't have them, but you should leak them.
Then excusing these videos coming out where they don't even reach out to, like, clarify comments before slandering the victim and saying she took hush money.
Okay, well, I understand that there's a problem with slandering the victim, but I feel like you...
Does your Starforge link work? Yes. Yes, it does. It is in the description.
Baking too.
Thank you so much for your support. Or if you don't use it, thank you anyway.
Things in together there. Do you think
both things do matter? Yeah.
Okay. Well, is not reaching out to the victim bad on its own, like always bad, or is it bad because of the slandering that happened later?
Well, if they reached out to the victim, they probably wouldn't slander her.
So
right?
if you
oh no, whoa, Willie, you're going down a dangerous path there. You're saying that if President Sunday had an opportunity to talk to Pixie, he would have done anything other than record her and then put it in his video for fucking proof. Oh, if he talked to if Sunday talked to Pixie, I'm sure they would have come to a fucking reasonable conclusion. Is exactly what I thought. So.
Reach out to someone and say, hey, did you extort this person?
If she talked to him, it would have been just another piece of content. That's all it would have been.
And then you have DMs that lead you to the conclusion that they extorted.
You should, which is
let me lay this out. Let me lay this out for you. 1 second.
All right, lay it out.
You believe someone is extorting someone else. Person A is extorting person B, and you have DMs to evidence this have led you to this conclusion. You reach out to person A and you say, hey, are you extorting person B? And they say, oh, no, I'm not extorting person B. That's not my intention at all. but you don't provide any more evidence.
Dude, the evidence Sunday had was a single tweet that said she was taking the LSAT.
I'm not making a statement on what the evidence Sunday had was.
And I don't even think it matters at this point. Sunday was wrong. Like, we were off. I mean, I thought she was extorting him too. I just thought it was based. Sunday was wrong. If you go look at Destiny's statement, she never asked him once for a sum of money.
Well, this is the conversation.
Yeah, I'm interrogating your standing.
This is precisely why you don't go public with half of the information and then just start swinging, you know? This is 100% the reason why you don't just play fast and loose with details.
You're staking positions. I'm interrogating what the position actually is.
So you don't want to talk about the actual subject matter
we can get there,
of why I said what I'm saying?
Trying to ask you what your position is on it. I'm trying to get you to engage with like the idea behind it, not just the evidence that's shown. So when they reach out to Pixie, should their conclusion be changed by just Pixie saying, that wasn't my intention?
You should ask for the full context of the DMs and say, hey, did you get paid? Because the conclusion Sunday has is, here's evidence that she's getting paid, or that she was looking for money to extort Destiny. Dude, the full story.
He could have just left out that particular speculation. No, he couldn't have. He needed Pixie to be painted as a malicious party, or people wouldn't be sympathetic to him for leaking it without her consent. If you paint her as a suicide baiting extortionist who's exclusively in this for the money, then it's more reasonable as to why you're exposing her as well. Why not wait for her opinion? Well, because she's operating in bad faith. So why would I give her the benefit of the doubt if she's only in this for the money? That's why this is happening right now. And that's why, and again, I thought that was why, if you go look at Beckett's video, they blurred out all mention of her being suicidal. Now, I spoke to Beckett, and he told me him and his editor kind of decided to do that. But when I was trying to figure out what happened in my head, I saw all the suicide stuff was blurred out, and I saw them I saw Sunday completely fucking slander. So I was like, oh, this is kind of painting an interesting picture.
Story matters. You're trying to cut it off early because you know you're wrong.
I'm going step by step.
The conclusion is obviously you have to reach out to figure out the full story.
I'm going step by step with you here. So
you are going step by step because you're cutting it off halfway through. You're cutting off half the information.
I don't know why you're getting so defensive about this, Willie. Look, we can put that bit to the side, okay?
Well,
so the extortion thing wouldn't have been changed by a comment. So now we're talking about the paid off thing.
Why would it not be changed? It's the whole thing.
You didn't seem to. Okay. You didn't seem to contest it just then. So how would their perception of the extortion thing have been changed? No, because you're talking about now the paid off part. The paid off part could have been changed.
That is part of the extortion.
Yeah, wait, would the extortion be to pay to make it go away? Isn't that like, I need this money to... Yeah.
The extortion, okay, but the extortion can still be true.
So she extorted Destiny by posting like a public Discord server or somebody's DMs that she wanted a ton of money. And then when she spoke to Destiny, she just never brought all that stuff up. So she's like, she is the shittiest extortionist I've ever seen. Like, she is actually the worst at it because it never actually got to where it needed to go. She's such an extortionist. We have actual written evidence that the idea for Destiny to get the payout came from like Straighter Aid, who claimed that Pixie didn't know. Like, she's such an extortionist, it wasn't even her idea.
Extorting him for money.
The attempt
and then he says she's paid off. That's the same thing.
Willie,
it's all connected to him.
The attempt to extort can be true.
You just keep talking. Is this the fucking...
Are you listening to what I'm saying?
You aren't engaging in anything.
I am engaging. The attempt to extort can be true, but the paid off part could be false. So, like, I'm going one claim at a time. So, attempt to extort off the table. Now we're talking about the paid off part. Bro. So I agree with you.
Where's the attempt to extort?
Well, that's what Sunday's believing. That's part of the narrative. That's part of the slandering that's being accused, right? Is that Sunday believed that Pixie was attempting to extort?
Yeah, the attempt to extort is him saying, here are DMs, I believe...
And I don't know why Queeman is sticking to this. He put evidence in the video, and then Willie's talking about the evidence in the video, and he's like, well, you're not thinking about this other stuff.
It is extortion because I talked to a lawyer, which he completely lied about. That is not true. He did not talk to any lawyer. Okay.
I don't think it matters whether he spoke to Laura or not. Some unnamed lawyer's comment is totally
because if you're accusing someone of extortion, you should probably know what the fuck you're talking about and getting a professional opinion.
Yeah, right? Yeah. My point is that some unnamed lawyer is worthless whether he spoke to them or not. Like that shouldn't.
No, it's not. Getting an on the record lawyer is worth doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Getting somebody that's an expertise in the field
or paid to give advice. Yeah, that would be good. But Sunday,
okay, so you agree hold on. Okay. You agree with him just lying about it then? That matters,
no, I'm
right?
Just lying about which part?
What are we?
What do you lie about?
Willie is so fucking mad. And Willie, by the way, historically is not a good debater. Willie is like, I don't know. He actually beat Hassan, so historically, I've seen Willie have some bad fucking debates, and I think he's holding his own here pretty well.
What are you with the fucking conversation? This is crazy, bro.
I don't care whether he actually spoke. Listen, Willie, stop cutting me off. I don't care if he spoke to an actual.
What are we talking about?
Dude, I was just speaking. You just cut me off right there. What are you on about?
I know. Keep going.
Okay. So I don't care if Sunday spoke to an actual lawyer or not, because a comment from an unnamed lawyer is worthless anyway. So it doesn't add any weight to his claim for me, because I don't care if he spoke to a fucking lawyer, because it's an unnamed lawyer who has no obligation to give any decent statement on it. So it's
well,
like...
then...
Oh no! What am I gonna do?
Koeman is so annoying. Kick him out of the club like Bo Blacks. Another freak that can't handle the internet.
I think you're being a little too strong on him. A little too strong. I don't think that's... Calling Koeman a freak who can't handle the internet is kind of a crazy escalation.
It's a layman interpretation either way.
Sunday's entire point of coming out with the video is that, well, he's talking to Nick and he's saying, I can't come out with this video.
I mean, I think he's had some pretty good coverage. I watched a little bit of Koeman.
You know, because otherwise I'm going to get blamed for Pixie killing herself, right? He goes, I don't want Pixie to kill herself. I can't do that. That would be psychotic. I would be a psycho if I came out with this video.
Yes.
And then he goes, well, she's extorting Destiny, so now it's game, and I'm told.
And again, like, he knew all of this when he spoke to me, so that doesn't even mean anything. We talked about the alleged extortion in the call, where he's saying that he wasn't going to leak it 4 days before it came out. And I don't know. I don't think fucking President Sunday is making videos in 3 days. I just don't. This is magnum opus. This shit was done for like a week before we even spoke.
Told the okay to come out with this video. So it's the entire justification. So yes, it does matter.
Nick, I don't know if he's going to keep acting like an obnoxious know-it-all snob when he's in the wrong. He needs to go. This is like the crazy concept, and I'm not just bashing you. It's just like, people are allowed to be wrong about stuff, and it shouldn't mean that we should stop talking to them. And I don't even know if Koeman's wrong about everything. I just don't agree with his opinions so far, and we've been listening to this for like 30 seconds. I don't care. I do not want to ban every person who fucking disagrees with me from this fucking community. I think that there is like actual value into having people who don't agree with every single thing I say, and most of my friends just do that. So,
what are you saying matters now? Whether the extortion claim is true, I agree with you. That part matters. I don't think it matters whether he actually spoke to a lawyer or not, because the comment from a lawyer doesn't matter. That's all I was saying. It doesn't matter.
Sunday lying about why he thinks it's extortion.
Can I ask you nice enough?
Matters because it's the whole reason he came out with the video.
Oh no! What am I?
But he has a line of logic for why he thinks it's extortion that doesn't rely on.
His line of logic is him lying,
exactly.
bro.
So
you realize that, right?
No, the line of I spoke to a lawyer is not part of a line of logic. That's just a claim of something that he did. Okay. My point is
for him to verify the extortion, which is part of his line of logic, is him lying about it. He doesn't care what.
We are getting a little semantic-y here. I might move this forward a little bit. Wait till they figure out like some kind of middle ground.
There is extortion or not. He just wants to come out with the video.
I agree.
And he's lying.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. He just wants to come out with the video. I agree. He just wants to.
Okay. So then what's the? Okay.
Come out with the video. Okay. I'm not sitting here saying Sunday's doing an altruistic thing here. That's not why I'm arguing to you.
Well, you're bringing up like extortion. It's like you completely don't understand the argument at all. It's insane.
Okay.
Like you have no idea.
Educate me then, Willie Mac. Sure, I haven't been covering this for the last like fucking 3 weeks extensively, every single angle of it, arguing with a bunch of different people about it.
I mean, I can see why Koeman's upset to be so like it sounds like you don't know what you're talking about. Because to be honest, it does kind of, I don't agree with what he's saying here, but like to hear that from the guy who picked up the story like 5 days ago. All right, I'm being a little mean, but Willie's always like 7 days late to everything, and he's just like, "Whoa, guys, this Destiny stuff is crazy!" Like after I finish my third stream, he's like, "Dude, this is nuts."
Super clear.
Okay, what am I missing?
But yeah, I mean, I think Willie's right here.
You're missing that. The reason the extortion argument matters isn't that whether he thinks it's extortion, or it does matter whether he thinks it's extortion or not. He's completely made up. Whether he's completely made up like his justification for coming out with the video. Does that make sense?
By the way, I just giga banned you for writing that, but do you not know that Sunday is still calling her an extortionist to this day? Why are you so scared to criticize Koeman? I think Koeman's arguing that, like, she did extort. That's what he's trying to argue, is that she did extort. I don't know what you're missing here. But you are gigabanned, just to be clear.
Yeah, you're saying that he's fabricated the claim of extortion as a pretense.
He's fabricated the claim after he said very clearly, because like your whole saying is like, oh well, this is all going to come out anyway, or this is already out. No, right? That's
these
like
are
what you're
two
saying.
these are two separate.
Listen, I said that I like dissenting voices. Okay, I meant from people. All right, not fucking chatters I've never seen before.
Things. Okay, so my
I
point.
don't understand this whole thing. Like, it's one story, dude. I get you. Like,
Okay,
it's
you can
one
just say
story.
you can keep saying it's one story again and again, but you're staking multiple positions that I'm trying to pick apart here. You're saying reach out
My
to the
one
victim.
position.
Okay, go for it.
My one position is you cannot come out with this video until you reach out to the victim and confirm these secondhand, like the secondhand.
Fucking chat. Get him out of here. Get him out. Turn off the lights. Turn him off.
information you're getting.
Turn off those lights.
You can't do that. That doesn't make any sense because
Okay.
you're going to get stuff
Can you
wrong.
just
Because you do not know the full story.
Just for my sake, which
Yes.
parts are the second-hand information to you?
Well, the fact that she is taking hush money and you're
Turn the flutes off.
entirely basing it off of a fucking tweet in combination with second.
Yeah, we're in semantics hell. We're gonna jump like, surely if we go ahead like 10 minutes, they're not still talking about extortion.
I'd have to rewatch it, but I mean, I think in the point, do you say that? Yeah, because your video is the one with Pixie's.
I read
statement,
out,
right?
I go
Draft
through.
statement.
Yeah, but that's
Is that
handed
true?
over. That gets.
Bro, Kelly Jean is in the call. Whoa, dude, this is like the Avengers.
Handed over from
You asked
straight
for
away.
misinformation.
Kelly,
I'm
okay,
back.
Kelly, chill for 1 minute. Okay, don't just jump.
Hold on.
Dude, hold on, wait. Oh no. Hold on.
Yeah, but that's handed over. That gets handed over from
You asked
straight
for
away.
misinformation.
Kelly,
I'm
okay,
back.
Kelly, chill for 1 minute. Okay, don't just jump.
Hold on.
Do I have to? This
Okay,
guy's
what's
being
up, Kelly?
condescending as
Stop.
fuck.
Chill, Kelly, please. Just take it easy.
Hold on.
Okay,
Okay.
one second.
Hold on.
Let's
Is this
take it.
Kelly
That's
Jean,
Kelly
the
Jean.
person Destiny was DMing me
Yes.
about?
Yeah, probably,
Okay, now
yes.
I'm getting
Yes.
cut off. Listen,
let's
there's
all
so many
chill.
calls
Just
that
bang right
have
now,
gone
yeah.
through, and I
Dude,
feel
what
like
is happening? Everyone is talking over each other. This is the worst debate I've ever seen, dude. This is like a fucking 50-man Prime Kai's panel on abortion. All right, that's what I'm listening to right now.
You have me added on Discord. Why would you ask that? You also follow me on Twitter. You're like, who is this Kelly? Is this Kelly Jean?
This is Kelly Jean King, okay?
I didn't hover over that fucking icon, bro. I don't know. You just joined the call.
Apparently, you don't know a lot of things.
Kelly, please, let Beckett
Okay,
and
Kelly, what did
Willie
I
hash
miss?
this out. Okay.
okay.
Did you check with me that the thing that was said about me in your video was true?
Kelly, I have to be a fucking... Nobody knows who the fuck you're not relevant to the story. Nobody knows who the fuck you are.
No, but I didn't preach it as if it was true.
That wasn't like a point.
Okay, so why would you regurgitate his
It wasn't regurgitating. It is showing you what Destiny said.
false narratives in defense of...
Dude, Kelly Jean is watching this clip, all right? This is Kelly Jean when she sees that. She watches this Destiny video. Wait. Hold on, wait. This motherfucker watches the video, and Kelly Jean is just like...
No, this whole thing, all of this, it's all about me.
his own false
I
narratives.
literally just read his statement. I didn't say if they were true or not. I don't know if they're true or not.
Do you maybe think you should have checked?
No, because it doesn't fucking matter, Kelly.
Don't matter.
It doesn't. It does not matter.
It's a brilliant. Well, thank you
If
for
he's
perpetuating
fucking,
lies against me.
how did I perpetuate lies? If he's lying about
Because
you, that's
you
bullshit.
could have checked.
I don't
you
know
could
if
have
it's true or
messaged
not.
me. You could have messaged me. Then multiple people even could have highlighted.
Is the video about Kelly Jean? No, it's not about fucking Kelly Jean. The Pixie video they're making. Hold on. What is
just
Destiny
asked
making?
Phillips. You just asked.
I just whipped out the 1.7th Street.
Misinformation.
If Destiny's lying about you, that's on Destiny.
Hey, good job. Brilliant. Excellent.
Is that
I just,
not true?
Bro,
Am
I just pulled up A fucking 12-year-old meme. Bro, I just whipped out a July 12th, 2012 White Boy 7th Street video to make my point.
Fucking crazy for that statement. That's so obvious.
So it's fine to spread misinformation as long as you didn't come up with it.
I mean, to be fair, if it's different to make an allegation versus quoting one, it is different, right?
You don't know the difference between you making you don't know the difference between you making a false allegation and somebody else doing it. You don't know that you think that's the same thing, you fucking idiot.
I think that if you
Who is speaking? All right, so the British one is Beckett or Queeman. One of them has red hair. That's how you can differentiate them from their voices. The woman is Kelly Jean, okay? Kelly Jean's iconic trait is that she has not had sex with Destiny. Now, that's what she claimed, and clearly that is something that a lot of people have claimed, so you can take that as what you will. But Kelly Jean not had sex with Destiny. She wants you to know that, okay? Willie Mack Show is the American one, okay? He's the only one with a normal accent. That's everybody in the call. I hope that explained everything.
Going to be a condescending prick and speak down to other people about misinformation, you should probably get your ducks in a row too.
Fucking President Sunday created the
Willie is stuck between a rock and a retarded place right now, and he cannot navigate out. And I'm going to have to issue several apologies to Kelly Jean the next time I call in the J-Stock for the things that I've said tonight.
Information, Kelly.
I don't care about President
He was just quoting that. Guys, nobody cares about anything involved. They're just like, I don't care about this. Well, I don't care about this. Well, I don't care about this more. But why did you do it then? Why? Nobody cares.
Okay, leave the call if you don't care. This is the conversation. Oh my God.
Kelly, I'm sure Willie's very sorry for putting that screenshot in the Destiny video.
Kelly, if Destiny lied about you, that is interesting to me. But that's completely different than what we're talking about.
I am aware you brought up misinformation.
You aren't aware because you're arguing.
Bro, who is misinformation and how big is her ass, dude? That's the big question.
Yeah, you asked for misinformation in your video. Is it not misinformation in your video?
I lost control. It's over.
Destiny's statement
It doesn't matter.
and that falls on Destiny.
The whole video isn't even about President Sunday either.
Who is Bunty King?
So I don't know why you bring up President Sunday to me. It doesn't matter. If you are like sitting there being a condescending prick, right, about misinformation, then probably you should check your sources and shit too.
Fuck, I'm getting a knife.
I didn't drag her in. She just joined.
You're right, Kelly Jean. You're right. This is just as bad as Destiny distributing his friends' nudes. Honestly, Willie Mack Show, Destiny, what's the difference?
And then call the girls crazy. So, making the statement that I am crazy without even checking what the fuck he's
Kelly,
talking
you are
about.
coming off as
Then
fucking
yes.
crazy to me right now, by the way.
Oh, congrats.
Kelly, you're not beating the crazy allegations by acting like a BPD ussy in my fucking call.
Fucking hard, dude.
I'm crazy because I'm pointing out you put misinformation in your video.
Okay, Kelly,
you don't know the difference between a Destiny making a statement and President Sunday making false.
It's a quote. It's a quote.
I
Right?
know
It's just a
who
screenshot.
came up with it. I know who came up
But
with
you
it.
don't see a difference, which is weird.
No, I am aware that there's a difference, but that's still misinformation you put in your video, you condescending twat.
Okay. All right, Kelly, you win, dude.
Okay, Kelly.
Yo, Willie, you just gotta go in the YouTube editor and just blur the word Kelly Jean, and then the whole video stops making sense the minute you just blur out the word Kelly Jean, all right? Just wait and see.
Hey, Kelly, can we just get back to Beckett and Willie? Okay, thanks for coming on. I hope you feel like that's addressed. I'm gonna
what a prick.
get it back to Beckett and Willie.
She got kicked.
You asked about the statement. Well, the statement is what is handed to Sunday by Straight Rate.
Where are we? What statement?
You asked about.
We're in Utah, just to be clear.
Like including the Pixie's statement, right, in the video.
Yeah.
We're in Detroit.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's handed to Sunday by Straight Rate. I think that's relevant.
And the narratives that
my favorite part of all the YouTube dramas is like you'll have like a super serious situation, like someone will be fucking raped, right? And then you'll be talking to somebody like named like fucking Binky, right? It's like, no, I was talking to Binky, all right, with Boop Bop, and then fucking Chimichanga raped her. Like it's always there's something inherently funny about a completely serious situation being like fucking like assassinated by all the funniest, most retarded names possible.
she's not coming out with a statement.
like poop swag, dude.
Hold on. No. I never present that in my video. At least I'm not. I don't think I do. I think like there's a question about like communication breakdown, but it's
like the best thing ever is if there's like a guy named Alien who like molests a kid or something, and they start calling him a predator. Dude, like you either die alien or live long enough to become the predator.
Or around the fact of these are the DMs. This is what's being handed through to Sunday. These DMs are spreading through like general conversation and everything else. So I don't see how I misreported anything.
The Binky and Boot Bop situation is insane. Yeah, literally.
I think there are things that
you probably should have just reached out, right? Because you're to actually understand like the full concept there.
Well, I mean, again, I'm agreeing with you that like I should have reached out.
I don't think
to more
your
people.
video was. I feel like we should just fucking share our interview because I think we have these conversations in it.
Yeah, we do. I mean, I think as I say, I DM'd you. I don't hate your video or anything, Willie. I think it's fine. I think it's. No, I'm getting questions back because there's only like short snippets of it, right?
Yeah, Willie should dump the full Beckett call. I agree. I don't know if that's what he's asking for, but I think
I think there's only like maybe like 2 or 3 minutes shown. And it was essentially about why didn't you reach out? Which is obviously
which is
you should.
Which is obviously a fair question. I think there are like reasons, as like Queen pointed out, like it's a question of like what gets.
Hey Beckett, at least fucking Willie had the decency to tell you were recorded when he recorded you.
Back to Destiny.
And I always get that one person in the chat be like, Nick, but you recorded him. It's like, yeah, that's exactly the same as pretending that you had an interview with me in your video to give it credibility. Yeah, that's exactly the same, dude. It's a good fucking thing I recorded that little backstabbing cocksucker.
I do.
Otherwise, I'd be in an infinitely worse position right now.
And I listen, said this publicly. And
this guy released a phone call and said it was the full call, but it was 30 minutes of an hour conversation, and he called it the full call.
In this. If Sunday wasn't coming out with a video, I wouldn't have done it in the same way, but I would have absolutely done something with this. This is a story that is breaking. It is already being discussed. These DMs are going to come out.
People thought you helped make the video. Yeah, like people thought that I was like, hey guys, this is like the biggest story of the year. So anyways, I put it on this 10,000 sub glup shitto fucking autistic warheads channel, okay? Because I know there's like a huge story coming out. I knew the only way that I could put it out is by putting it on a channel where you'd never see it.
In one way, form, or another.
I think there's a way to talk about it that's fine. I did not like how Sunday went about it, and I didn't like that you never attempted to reach out, instead reached out to Nick and Diesel, who know way less than you two. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wanted to know.
Someone in chat, I had merely named it full call. You mistook that for a description.
Chat from Diesel. I mean, again,
guys, the file name was full.call. Okay, you guys are just being malicious now.
You're getting an optics check from two people that don't know fucking anything.
Well, sure, but I mean, okay. On the other side, if you had something like this, you knew a story was coming out, you reached out to Pixie or Lonerbox, and they said, well, you know, this is really bad. Let me go and talk to Erudite. Let me go and talk to Destiny. Let me go and talk to this person. And you know that is going to like fuck the story. What would you do?
I'm sorry. There's so many people DMing me. I feel like from this Discord. Can you repeat that, dude? I'm getting so many beeps.
Yeah, you're fine. So let me like, let's say you're in my position, and you're like, this story's about to go public. It's going to be a fucking shit show. There's already a load of misinformation. You reach out to Pixie and Lonerbox, and their first response is, we're going to go to Destiny. We're going to go to Erudite. We're going to go to this person, this person, this person, and we're going to like let's say that.
Well, what would you? No, let's be real. If you were to reach out to Pixie, you would be upfront and say, hey, I have, like, this is how I do it when I reach.
Just to be clear, all right, so people are saying, like, I think this would have blown up even if it was on Sunday's channel. First of all, it was on Sunday's channel. President Sunday's video was the first major one released by anybody, okay? President Sunday, as, like, the original allegation that everyone is referencing, that everyone is quoting, that people are pulling clips from, at this point has 100,000 views. Okay? 100,003 to be specific.
Slimy Weasley fuck.
Don't have a lot to give, but appreciate
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you, I appreciate it. Anyways, what I was saying, right? President Sunday has 100,000 views in like a month that this video has been out. A little under, but a month, right? Willie Mac Show's video has been out for 5 hours. It has 43,000 views. It will have 100,000 views by Monday. It'll exceed it probably by Monday. If anyone's looking up Destiny right now to see the newest video on it, it's Ryan Beard. The newest significant video on Destiny is what every time it's Ryan Beard. To tell me that this video wouldn't have done better if it was on my main channel or Willie Mac Show's main channel, or like the explanation of like Nick wanted to go on random retard shitter's YouTube channel makes absolutely no sense. Literally any one of my friends would have gotten quadruple to 5x the viewership of that video, like in a significantly shorter time span.
Reach out to people and how I reached out to Pixie. These are my list of questions. Would you be okay talking about that, or if you just want to send messages, we can. And then what is on and off the record? That's all you would say.
They did this for nothing? No, they didn't do this for nothing. They put the story out into the public, and now everybody else has the right to talk about it. That's, again, you can value how much that means to you at Pixie's expense, but like, that's what they did. They created the story. It's out there, but that's the end of their contribution. Like Beckett and President Sunday, specifically Beckett, probably won't be remembered in this situation for anything that he did. President Sunday is like a footnote in his own story already.
And then you could get direct answers.
And for the most part, anytime people reference President Sunday, it's to disavow him.
They're like, hey, I see messages that look like you extorting Destiny. Are these threats? Do you ever ask Destiny directly for money? You know, just be stuff like that.
Okay, but if on like again, I'm not
stop people from messaging me.
If you right
Dude, Willie's so stupid, bro. I love him, bro. He's literally like, dude, I just keep getting DMs, bro. I keep getting DMs. Where are we?
Oh, this is confusing. This is all convoluted. This is so weird. Well, you can straighten all of that out.
I think part of the okay.
I mean, all these things that you're worried about, you can just straighten out in like 2 seconds.
I think that
and all it takes is not being lazy. That's all it takes.
No, I don't think laziness is a factor, and I also don't think it's like, because again, I reach out quite a lot to people. I think
you reached out to Nick, and you reached out to fucking the most irrelevant
not just
people.
Hey, excuse me, Willie.
Just this.
You reached out to me too.
Diesel
situation. Generally speaking, I reach out to people quite a lot, and like the issue isn't laziness. The issue is, I don't know what anyone's fucking intentions are in any of this. Like, if I reach out to Erudite...
Why not go find out? Isn't that more interesting?
Possibly. And again, there was a time factor here with this. If I'd had these DMs...
don't say this, bro.
No, hold on.
The time factor was beating Sunday to outing the victim.
Hold on. There is a time factor with this.
So stupid.
That's how I felt at the time. That's how I felt at the time. I still think
you're
this
too busy
information
to ask about the main character in the story.
The reality is you didn't need to be the second guy to post the video right after, or I guess the first guy, depending on the times that these videos released. I don't know who dropped first that day, but you didn't need to be the first guy to do it.
Then don't cover the story. That is insane.
Yeah, what's this claim of a time factor? I don't understand there being a time factor. I understand there being sort of...
The time factor is how fast I can post it to be like the first guy to drop.
Like a pressure that if there isn't a half-decent collection of what exactly the narrative is here, then it's going to be someone...
The time factor, it's like Wolverine's healing factor, okay? It's like a... Dude, you just got to use the time factor, dude.
Retarded like Bad Empanada who runs it and says that it was a cuck story. I understand that sort of complaint, but why is there a time limit on you doing this?
Oh shit, now Queeman and Willie are on the same side. That's why I love these panels, bro. You never know where it's going to go. Now it's Beckett versus Queeman and Willie.
I guess the fear is that what was going to happen is what happens in things like the Bo Black's dress story, where you've got something that's spread particularly far. Most people are going to just like pull a trigger at some point, or something will accidentally get said on a stream.
That's the thing is like, dude, here's the good thing, bro. You can let them pull the trigger, and then history will remember them like not fondly instead of you. That's great. You mean somebody else is more retarded than you for running the story too soon? Awesome. Then you can just talk about it when it comes out like everybody else. You don't have to be the guy to drop her story without her consent. It's the best of both worlds. You can talk about it and not look like a piece of shit.
And I can't stress this enough.
Who the fuck cares?
Well, hold on.
That's on that person then. I mean, this is so stupid. This is like insane.
I had to rush to look bad. If I didn't rush, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to look bad.
Levels of cope that you can't talk to the main person the main character of the story because someone might say something on a stream, but you got a time to talk to Diesel and Nick who know nothing. Like, it's so dumb, dude. Don't dig yourself down this hole. Like, don't waste your time with that. That's a dumb point. You know that.
Bro, there's no way I didn't get play of the game. I'm getting it. It's coming.
Again, I'm not disagreeing with the reach and everything. No, hold on. No, because I've said to you in this
Yes!
call, and I'm not fighting you on putting
Fucking
it in.
play the game, boys!
But you're giving excuses. You're excusing yourself. This is what you're doing right now.
Well, okay, hold on. This is always my problem with the whole kind of like, I didn't want to over-explain things because it sounds like excuses. I can give my rationale. We can say that parts of that rationale are bad, or like it's a mistake, and I can try and own those mistakes. But you're asking me what my intentions were at the time and why I took the actions I did. I'm not saying that those are like perfect actions, Willie. I'm agreeing with you that there are issues, but they also weren't made like I just sort of flippantly or was lazy about it. I disagree with your rationale there.
It makes no sense, and you have not given one good reason why that makes any sense. Look, and I think that should just be it. It should just be like, yeah, no, that was stupid, and that should just be
Yeah,
the
why
end
the
of the
fuck,
conversation.
dude? Beckett.
Okay, well,
Beckett, why the fuck are you on stream arguing about this? Just get off the stream, bro.
I don't get why he's saying any of this other shit. Like, it just makes no sense.
Just get off the stream. Don't let him speak. Let him stop. Dude, Willie is taking scalps right now, bro.
Okay, well, like again, I don't want to fight with you, man.
This sounds like me talking to Max. Just shut the fuck up.
Like
I mean, no, dude, it's fucking YouTube. We're all gonna be log off this call and it'll be fine, right?
Hank, get off the stream, Hank.
But I just don't. I don't get what you're doing on any level here. With what you're saying, it doesn't make any sense. I don't think it's worth doing, and I think it makes you look bad.
Again, all
fucking donation comes by. Beckett, stop. Let me fucking speed this shit up. Anything where Destiny speaks, you can't put it on fucking 2x, otherwise it's 4x.
What I can do is sort of own releasing the video, defend the fact that I don't think it's misinformation, and like improve as I go forward.
Well, can you? All right, it's not misinformation.
Okay.
It's not. Let's say that.
Did you guys? Do you think you guys are a sort of stopping point there? Is there any other points?
Yeah, I think we've covered this in our own call already. So, like,
well, I mean, it's good to get it on my stream anyway.
It's good for me to get the content, boys. All right.
I'm surprised,
which I agree with, Base, because now I get the content. I think that everyone should keep talking.
A person
like
who is Bunty King?
Nicholas DeOrio.
Nick, taking scalps isn't PC. We say taking 4 skins now.
Great. Is that what they say? And fucking never mind. I'm gonna get myself in trouble.
I don't know how, like, if you're pressed for time or if you just don't want to do it, it's totally
No,
fine.
I'm
Jay still wanted to just come on and ask questions.
Bro, another one.
If you were okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Pop 'em in.
Jay Stalk, if you want to jump on, if you're still watching.
No way.
Sure. And as I say, I like the video. I think the video is fun. I'm obviously just going to get questions about it because of what's included.
Hello.
Of course you will.
Oh, here he comes.
Jay Stalk.
What's up?
No.
Some smoke for Willie.
Yeah, what you got?
No.
Smoke? I don't know about smoke. I just think I don't particularly like the idea that you can air Destiny's statement without looking into any of it when he is explicitly like when he has a reputation for denigrating his victims. I think one that you go into, if I'm not mistaken, how he sort of crazy makes his victims in a lot of cases.
I'm saying, dude, this stream is literally like a WWE event. Like everybody just keeps popping into the call, dude. It's like another one.
Yeah.
So like, I think Kelly Jean absolutely has,
mental stream tonight.
I think Kelly Jean absolutely has like, kind of some reason to be upset.
WBTW.
Yeah, like we're watching the Royal Rumble of fucking Destiny fucking fights.
Because I think the thing that upsets her is she hangs out in DGG and Jason's faces, and people still take Destiny's
Are you number 30?
opinion seriously. In some...
Oh, dude. Wait, hold on. No, hold on, wait. Hold on. Is this Discord still open? No. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna do it anyway. Yo! I'm here for the debate. Did I miss the debate?
1 second.
Did I miss the debate?
Yeah, you missed the debate. You're way late.
Fuck! Okay, shit,
Yeah.
sorry. Alright, well.
Wait, did you have any thoughts?
No,
Wait,
I'm
I
still
heard you were
watching it. I just wanted to be number 30 in the Royal
Oh,
Rumble.
okay,
Alright,
okay,
I'm sorry.
okay.
Peace out.
those spaces. And so you air that statement, and people will take that as fact. And I think
Well,
there probably should be some kind of correction
Destiny's-
there to be like,
I aired Destiny's statement. I don't know if it's true or not. I think I even say like, I imply I don't know who Kelly Jean is. I don't know if it's true.
sure, but I would say
I'm not establishing that is true.
Dude, Kelly Jean got like
because I read
Apex Omega lol here. Like, I don't think I've ever seen such a brutal Omega lol.
out to him, and that's the statement he gives. If other people want to go ahead and disprove it, and hey, this is where Destiny's lying, then go do that.
I think probably it's incumbent on you, in my opinion, okay? It would be like incumbent on you for if he wants to make those allegations.
Bro, what the fuck does incumbent mean? Isn't that like the person who's currently in
Bunty King to
office?
A person?
Who is Bunty King?
Nicholas DeOrio?
People, he probably has to prove those to you.
Nick, I told you in chat when Willie was in the call. Yeah, but we hadn't watched the video yet, so I didn't know what I was going to talk about.
Right? Before you
I now have to go investigate this Destiny Kelly
It
Jean
means he's responsible.
story where she says no, that's not true.
I think probably you have to say, Destiny, you have to give me proof of that if I'm going to republish that. Right?
Wait, but wasn't it okay when Beckett put that shit from Pixie's statement in about Dan? Because it was an alleged Pixie statement about Dan, even though it wasn't accurate. Why would you not report on the thing the person is saying? Like, I'm not going to censor Destiny's statement. Maybe you could put a disclaimer, but why the fuck would I censor Destiny's statement that I'm revealing to you? It's his allegation.
No, because I think it's fun to have him like on there giving his washed opinion. Because if it comes out that it's all like fake, that's just funnier then, right? I mean, it lands on him.
Well, I mean, the Kelly thing is fake. Like, he totally made that up to slander her.
Yeah, but do you actually? How would you actually?
Well, that's great, J-Stock. Then you got a new argument. Like, these guys are like, hey, fuck you, Willie. You've just given me awesome ammunition that I can now use in our defense against Destiny. Fuck you for that, Willie. Like, yeah, dude, the best thing you can possibly do. Like, what's the difference between this and me bringing on somebody to just start talking and say a bunch of wrong shit so all of you guys who cover it the next day can break it up into little bits and pieces and fucking rake the person over the coals? What is the difference between delivering Destiny's new statement that you can demolish directly to you and, like, letting Destiny talk on a stream? Because I think that's totally fine.
No, that what comes out and it isn't true. Or there is truth to that. I'm not going to tie myself to a position on that because I don't know.
So you don't have to tie yourself to a position. I was just telling you that you should ask him for proof. Probably if he's going to make those allegations, you'd say, "Oh well, do you have proof of that?" Right?
Okay. So is this your first statement? This has been
But
disproven.
what could you ask him? I don't understand.
Yeah, well, I think that one
wasn't Destiny giving a pre-written like everything he answered. He just sent the same statement. I thought.
I don't know, but
I disagree just in the sense that because I'm going to have times where I reach out to people and if they go on unhinged rant.
Oh shit! Oh shit, dude! Oh god, Kelly's back in the call!
Negative. How? How do you prove a negative, you fucking retard? Oh, give me evidence that doesn't happen. Then shut up!
What is Bunty King to you?
A person?
Yeah, I would just wonder why you felt compelled to. I would wonder why somebody.
Here comes Kelly Jean slithering in.
Well, hold on. You have proof that they lie about people, especially people who are critical of them, right, in the video, and then you felt compelled to republish his entire statement in full. I would just think that probably
because that's his statement.
Question some of those things, or ask for him to prove some of those things.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't want to go on a Kelly Jean arc. That's essentially all it is. I didn't want to go down another rabbit hole.
No, it's not a Kelly. It's literally not a Kelly Jean arc. It would be a like, hey, Destiny, if I want to print that or if I want to show that, I need proof of that from you, right?
Okay.
I think that's pretty reasonable.
Even then,
I mean,
even if it's not
I want to print it, so I would have printed it anyway. But it would have been better if I said, "Do you have proof of that?" And then if he goes no, then I could.
Dude, this sounds like I keep hearing Mama Max in my mind. Okay, maybe it might be a fever or something, but I keep hearing him go, "Do you have a?" Oh, not that. That's Destiny. Wait.
Nicholas
I keep hearing like, "Do you have a clip of that?" Do you know Tommy's donation sound where Max is like, "Do you have a clip of that?"
Run that.
Or like just having, even if just
better.
in the video noting the fact that he's throwing out these allegations against other people, that you don't know if they're true or not, like making some sort of clear note.
I don't know if it's true.
Yeah. I just think it wasn't quite clear in the video. It's sort of repeated as though it could just be true. It's just like any
like his
statement.
1 HP. Like, oh wow, do you have a clip of that?
But I feel like if there's a specific serious allegation there, maybe it's a good idea, especially talking about like ethics and running narratives about people and all this stuff. I think it's probably a good idea in that video to just say, I'm not sure about this allegation. I've got no.
Bro, I don't run fucking narratives. I run trains. Woo woo.
Yeah, obviously. And then like extending from that, I think
this debate is so pointless, bro.
Talk to you a little bit, and from what we talked about, I basically said he's making things up entirely, like whole cloth, making things up about me.
Yeah, dude, literally,
Discord, like in his EGG chat. So I think you had a good reason to believe that he is just making things up.
Well, I don't know whether I
fuck.
can believe you or not. Either. Like, I don't
Willie's running a train on this stream right now, bro.
Nothing about you.
Sure, but you didn't look any further into it. You just said thanks for letting me know.
No, because well, I guess, but I don't want to make a
Dude, Willie Mac Show has committed the sin of covering a DGG drama without consulting every single person Destiny's ever met. I don't think Willie talked to Lav. Obviously, Willie has not consulted Max Carson in the opportunities where he was not blacklisted from DGG. I don't think Nathan has been consulted by Willie. Guys, how could you make this video, okay, without fucking...
You don't think that's an important part of the Destiny? You don't think that's an important part of the Destiny video?
He needs to talk to everyone.
The things he said about
lying about
his
you?
victims
No,
or people supporting his victims? No, there's a huge part of this video that could have been him like denigrating his victims, right? No, I mean, like, did you include him talking shit about Cherry and leaking DMs with Cherry?
Is this really
while saying, but by the way, while telling you, so you just took his word for it that he's under litigation, so he can't answer any questions, but he did take time out of his day to leak DMs with Cherry to try to shit on her.
I didn't know he did leak DMs with Cherry.
Sure,
what the fuck is it? His public chat's that one that reads down to up.
All right, this is like something that you need to realize is the Cherry stuff is extremely personal to J-Stock, so I understand. Like, he's friends with Cherry, he's close with Cherry, and I get it. But, like, from me or from Willie, the most that we're ever going to say about Cherry with this current information is that she's pursuing litigation and she's filed a police report. That's the extent of it. I don't know any other information. I've heard no audio. Not that I want to, but I've heard no audio. I'm not like a first-hand source or a second-hand source. I read a tweet. That's all I can report on. The Cherry stuff, I'm not touching until we know more about it, which is basically the same position you'll hear Chud Logic say. It's the same position I imagine Willie Mac Show has. At this point, there's nothing further to talk about.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm just saying that you kind of took his word for a lot of things and didn't really dig
Where
deeper
did
on them.
I don't understand how I took his word from him. All I did was read his statement. I don't know if it's true.
He couldn't comment because of litigation, right? But he's been commenting despite litigation.
I think that was his point. Like, he's literally going to respond to this video next week. The best argument for J-Stock is that he can't respond due to litigation, but, like, he's going to react to the video on stream.
Many times.
If he doesn't comment to me because of litigation, I mean, what do I'm just reading his...
You're supposed to say no. You have to.
I'm reading his statement. What do you mean?
I think that would be like
you think he's lying about illegal things? No, I don't think that's interesting. People do that all the time. Everyone who gets into legal shit does that, where they go, I can't comment because of litigation, and then they leak some shit where they shouldn't. That happens all the time, bro.
Willie, are you justifying
You don't think that's like relevant to the video?
No!
I don't think that's that major of a point.
It's not! Bro! You don't have to fucking stop and go, hey, by the way, this guy who's been talking, and I've shown you plenty of examples in this video about how he's talking. Interesting that he only says some things when he's mad, that he doesn't say when he's not. This is like such a stupid criticism. Like, he shows examples of Destiny still talking.
Through the video, there's times where he's talking when he shouldn't, and I play it.
Okay. I would just think that if you're, I feel like this feels like an adjacent argument to the Sunday one, where there's like some hypocrisy going on here, and
I don't understand there's hypocrisy because one is Sunday just. One, I don't care about the victims. I care about getting it right and just doing the bare minimum. All right, he didn't do the bare minimum. I don't think Beckett did the bare minimum to a degree. Beckett's was not as bad, to be clear. It was not Sunday level slander. Okay. But Sunday just fabricated information
at all.
Okay, well that's what the video is
I'm
supposed to be
it
about.
feels like an adjacent argument where like you kind of just let this guy propagate like the things he wanted and didn't question them. And I feel
I hate to say this, but it's probably just easier not to talk to J-Stock about any of this stuff. I feel like he always ends up like coming around, but there's usually like 2 solid days of having to like explain it to J-Stock. I know he's gonna get like mad at me for saying this, but I don't really see the utility with sitting here and having these conversations. Like, everyone understands why Willie did his video that way. All the people are looking at like it. You know what this feels like? This feels like when Willie started like giving lip to Ethan Klein about like, hey dude, those hostages that were trapped for fucking 100-something days. No, I'm sorry, more. They were trapped for like 18 months. Well, even though you wrote this video fucking 3 weeks ago, you didn't include the fact that they were allowed to leave 8 days ago. So you say the hostages are missing, and they were only missing for 18 months, and they're not missing now. You shouldn't do that, because it'll give Hassan ammo, and then Hassan just runs with Willie's tweet. Like, that's what it feels like. It feels like JStalk needs to be like controlled opposition for some reason for a little while about like something that really doesn't matter until everyone latches onto it. And like, if Destiny uses this argument, I'm gonna fucking pin my brain against the wall with like a thumbtack.
Like, if you question them, that's like a good part of the video you could add. There's probably like
I agree.
5, 6, 7 minutes of
better.
runtime that would have been good.
Well, I wasn't going to go down a 7-minute rabbit hole. I just would have said, can you provide evidence for that? And if he says no, then I would add that to the video. That would be it.
Sure.
The video is already 40 minutes long. I could make the video infinitely big on Destiny. Destiny's a huge character with a ton of lore and all these stupid fucking little side characters, right? I got to end it at some point, dude.
Sure. But I think, did you spend more time on Sunday and Beckett or Destiny in this video? Because it felt like it was...
What? Did you spend more time on Sunday and Beckett or Destiny? Dude, I fucking can't stand this argument. I don't know why. What is Sunday paying people to fucking like cry every single time someone insults President Sunday for being a complete psychopath? I do not understand.
Destiny is
more time on Destiny. It's more time on Destiny. It is, yeah.
Destiny is 20 minutes of the video.
And then they have to concede, like, no, he obviously spent more. Like, I put one video out on Sunday and fucking 3 videos out on Destiny, and people are like, you're gonna spend time talking about Sunday? Yeah, you bet your fucking ass I am.
Yeah, one, it doesn't matter. It's my video. I can do whatever the fuck I want with it. But
you totally
two-thirds
can.
of the video
I'm
is
asking...
about 2/3 of the video is about Destiny.
Okay.
I don't get what that. I don't even know what that would change, but
like the segment that must not be named. Like we are not allowed to talk about how this information came out. It's not relevant to the story about the information.
Because one part of the video is about here's a victim, and then the second part of the video is about here's how people that cover this poorly can get in the way of the victim. That's what the video is.
Okay. I would just imagine if you wanted to cover it from that way, then probably the people getting in the the primary person getting in the way of the victim with the biggest platform is Destiny, right?
Dude, I'm sorry. This is just so fucking rage-sped behavior.
What
is
is
happening,
you?
dude?
The person? Who
And
is
you didn't
No,
include
because
any
the
of that
victim.
stuff.
Nicholas DeOrio?
How is Destiny?
He's like directing harassment. He's directing harassment at people, right?
Bro. What's your donation say? Sorry. If someone's trying to say you need to get all the facts, and then he goes, well, I feel like this is what you mean, I immediately stop caring about their opinions. That's so fucking facts. That is so fucking
Directing
facts.
harassment at Pixie?
Cherry.
Cherry.
Okay, well, I reached out to
That
Cherry.
feels like
Cherry
that feels
would
like
not
a
give me any
critical
comment.
narrative.
I reached out to Cherry to get information, and Cherry wouldn't give me any. So
Do you
guess
not think
what?
hold on. But there are a ton of people around Cherry who could have given you information. Me specifically.
Oh, yeah. She's going through an ongoing legal battle. I could have dumped all the info, though, if you just... Guys, I reached out to Cherry. Is that not good enough? Dude, you weren't supposed to reach out to Cherry. She's going through a legal battle. You weren't supposed to talk to me! Oh, okay, thanks, dude. Awesome. Sick. I got about 3 more minutes in me on this one, and I'm probably just reading donations and noping the fuck out. Oh, my
I don't know who the fucking people are,
it's
bro.
all like
I don't know
public
you
as
know
well.
Cherry.
Wait, it's all like
I mean,
public
this is
as well.
ridiculous.
Guys, yeah, dude, you didn't fucking reach out to Cherry. I actually did reach out to Cherry. Well, she couldn't tell you anything. Why didn't you call me? Like, this is so gay.
Also, just so you know, yeah,
don't know
public
these
statements from
characters that
Cherry
deep.
have public statements from Cherry on her Twitter around this timeline would have
What
given
is
you
Bunty
a
King to
solid
you?
hint of him
Person?
harassing people
Who
and
is Bunty
directing
King?
harassment at people.
Bro,
I'm getting psychic damage hearing everyone just defending a completely different point to what Willie is talking about.
Dude, I can't. Does he think that he's sweeping? Like, Destiny's not harassing nobody. I don't understand this fucking argument, bro. I don't get it. Hey, did you like my video on pancakes? Yeah, but I cannot believe you didn't go on a tangent about fucking waffles, dude. I loved your video on pancakes, but the fact that you didn't include blueberry as one of the toppings that people oftentimes put on their pancakes is extremely manipulative. Like,
look at Cherry's Twitter, and I did use some of her tweets. It's just hard for me to tell. Like, she shows.
Well, I talked about fucking strawberry pancakes. Yeah, well, honestly, it's pretty fucked up that you didn't even reach out and like try to understand blueberry pancakes. Even though blueberry pancakes are currently going through litigation, you could have asked cinnamon pancakes to tell you about blueberry pancakes, and then you could have included that in your video if you wanted a more thorough reveal of the pancake lore. You know, that's what you could have done. But realistically, look, I'm not telling you how to make your videos here. I'm just saying that if you reached out to the strawberry pancake guy, he could have explained it to the blueberry pancake guy, and the blueberry pancake guy would have given you things that you didn't need for your fucking chocolate pancake video.
Talking like pretty vaguely, and then like she shows a clip of like your stream, but it's like I don't really know the context of what's going on.
And don't even get me started on waffles.
No?
I mean, I'm sure it's not too hard to figure out the context. That
I mean, what
sounds
could I
quite
do
lazy
if I
to me,
reach out to
Willie.
Cherry and she doesn't give me anything?
I feel
at the
like
end of the time, that's a dead end at that point.
Well, you've all the
Did I write
content.
this quote
It's like
down?
public events.
All it
that
takes is
happen in
being not
public.
lazy. It was something you said.
Bro, I'm done. I'm done. Nope. 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 I'm sorry. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. I have to go out of my way to do this bit. Okay, dude. Can anybody find like a clip of... Hold on. I gotta watch a random video from fucking 2 years ago to find this. Okay. Hold on. Let's see. Now let's go to the part where... Please tell me you do it in this, Tommy. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. Hold on. There it is.
I think.
We just did the whole show on it. We just did the whole show on it, asshole.
I fucking knew that was coming. I would have said click back 30
It's one of my favorite bombs ever. That's really one of my favorite ones.
That's what I think about J-Stock. That's it. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm gonna watch Toastify's video in the next stream that I do. I'm fucking done, bro. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm fucking sick.